What's going on, everyone?
It's up for grabs now!
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira!
Oh, would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it! Well,
Fabulous solo goal by Thierry Henry.
What's going on, everybody? You already know what's going on. It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video, and I'm with Lev, and I'm with Rohan. Yo, what's going on, guys? And I said your name right, Rohan?
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Yo, EGAL, man. Sorry for the dodgy intro. That's my bad, everyone.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We're
How's
a little
everyone
late,
doing?
but never better late than never, right? Anyways, you guys already know what it is. I'm gonna get started with Rohan. Rohan, tell us about yourself.
Oh,
Go right ahead, bro.
I'm just like an Arsenal fan, I'm starting uni in January. I just finished my college and I'm just following Arsenal every week, it's a bit like tough, like watching the results and everything. But it is what it is.
Nice. And then Lev, yo, what's going on, Lev? How you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure to be on. Thanks for having me, bro. As you know, we've been hustling, working, doing our own shows. We did another great show the other day with Real Talk. And I'm here again with you, man. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to see what you come up with.
There you go. There's a couple guys that are going to be coming in a bit also that are going to be jumping on. But first, let's get right into it. Before we get into the Leeds game, before we get into anything else, international break is over. We don't have to worry about the international break until the end of the season. We don't have to worry about this for the rest of the season. It's done. This was the last international break for this season. The next international break is after all the games are done. And you know what? For me, I'm just happy that Bukayo Saka didn't get injured because he played 3 full games, 90 minutes, and a game where he subbed in for Ben Chilwell, who got injured. And then he ended up getting COVID. Said Kolasinac got COVID. Luckily, Aubameyang finally got out of that airport. What do you call it? And let's just get right into it. The dramas. Willian, he was it worth going all the way to Dubai for a steak and a little bit of Salt Bay? I don't know, guys. I don't know. You guys tell me. What did you think about that?
Boy, I'll go in with this first. I mean, obviously, I love a bit of steak myself, bro, and especially Salt Bay. He's a Turkish brother, but I don't know why they let him do it, and I don't know what he was thinking. And I was starting to think he maybe done Arteta a bit of a favor because obviously he was a bit contentious with his current performances, but it's looking like we're going to need him. So I don't know what he was thinking, and that's something that Arteta is going to have to address.
Facts. And hey, what about you, Ron? What did you think about the whole Willian situation and Salt Bay and everything? And Arteta saying that he's going to, what did he say exactly? He's going to deal with it internally.
Yeah, I think he should be fined or banned for 1 or 2 games because the thing is he mismanaged the Guendouzi's situation, which I don't know why did he send him on loan. So, and I was watching his press conference, and he was a bit defending him. So, I think I personally think Willian is one of his favorites. So, I don't think he'll drop him.
Yeah. Honestly, there's not much to add on this whole Willian situation, but it got worse, guys. It got worse. If it can't get any worse, somehow there's drama at Arsenal in the training ground. Pow! David Luiz became Mike Tyson. Next thing you know, right? But I'm joking. Obviously, it wasn't like that. It was more like a flying arm hit the man in the face, left him bloody after a situation. And David Luiz and Danny Ceballos' second training ground bust up this season. Is he the problem, or is it good? What do you guys think?
I mean, I'll lead with this first. David Luiz generally, from what I've been hearing, is a good influence around the ground, around the team, around the squad. He seems like a really nice guy. So I don't know what's going on there. But you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this. I played football for many years. A decent level, and there's always going to be these things at training grounds. It's a storm in a teacup. At least it shows there's a bit of passion finally. And I don't know any team that don't have little arguments and fights on the training ground. I wouldn't fancy Danny Ceballos' chances against David Luiz, though. We're talking about 6 foot plus centre back against a little midget in midfield. So I mean, he's better off staying out of it. But I like the passion. You know, they're hot blooded, and that's good enough for me, man. Let's just hope they show it on Sunday.
There you go. And Ron, what do you think about that whole situation with the fight and the training ground bust up? They kissed and made up, and they said sorry to everybody. So what are you saying?
I mean, it happens even in like Sunday league football, like it's nothing common. So like, why is Ornstein like like coming out and he's just like trying to like make a big deal out of it because maybe it's international break. But I saw Danny Ceballos, he commented under his post that it's fake. I don't know if it's fake or real.
No, it's definitely real. The way Arteta addressed it, as if it was fact. What happened? It wasn't if, ands, or buts. There was no maybes. It was, this is what happened, and I mean, these things happen, and we deal with it, and we move on. It's not as bad as some people make it sound. That's basically what he was saying. I can't get the exact words, but that was what he was talking about. Now, before we move into the team selection and everything, there was a couple notable things that happened. Said Kolasinac getting COVID, El Neni being tested positive for COVID. Luckily, fingers crossed, nobody else gets it. But Thomas Partey is the talking point today. After all those talking points, Thomas Partey is the biggest talking point. Guys, it looks like Thomas Partey is scheduled to miss the game with an injury. And with even more bad news, possibly Kieran Tierney could be joining him, but that is still questionable.
Oh, wow.
Kieran Tierney is not injured. He just might be a precaution after playing 2 international games during the international break. He could be a precaution not playing this game, and we could go with, I'm not sure what we would do. Ainsley Maitland-Niles as left wing back, or we could play a back 4. We could change it up, but it looks like Kieran Tierney is a late game time decision. He's not injured. It's just, it could be a precaution. But Thomas Partey, 100% out. What are you guys saying?
Well, I'll go again with this. I mean, firstly, I'll say this: the internationals are a joke, especially during a pandemic season, right? So we're being told to stay indoors. Everyone's being told to stay, away from each other and all that sort of thing. And then they're having internationals where you have to travel, you have to go and come back. I mean, you saw the Aubameyang situation with their game and how they were treated. I think this whole thing is a farce. They should have cancelled all the internationals during this period. And the fact that these players are coming back, coming with COVID, coming in with injuries. Even Saka, he's played how many games? A couple of games already for England. Two games,
Yeah.
3 games back to back.
4.
We're 4. All right. So how many players have Leeds got in the internationals? How many?
None.
So
None.
has this benefited us? Has this benefited us at all? I think the whole thing with internationals during this pandemic situation is a joke in itself. So that's how I feel about it. Losing Tierney would be a big blow. I mean, we're just gonna have to deal with it. But losing Partey, from what I've been reading, it's a bit precautionary. I think it's connected to the thigh injury he picked up in his last game for us against Villa. And knowing thigh injuries, if you come back too soon and it tears again and it gets worse, he could be out for longer. So I think it's probably precautionary and trying to avoid a more longer term situation.
Let me just make it clear. Kieran Tierney is not injured. We're just thinking that he could be dropped this game because he played so many games during the international break. Now, that is just a guess, but guess what? All these big websites have Kieran Tierney as doubtful. Not saying he's injured. It's just he's doubtful for this game. What are you saying, Ron?
I mean, if it's precautionary, like I get it. Maybe like drop him for like 1 game. I think Arteta did the same thing against West Ham. Maybe I think it was Holding or Bellerin, maybe Tierney. Like one of them 3 were dropped just for precautionary, and they came back like next week. But for Partey, I think he would be back in maybe like 1 or 2 weeks because he said in his press conference that Partey wanted to play in the second half, but Arteta took him out. So the injury could not get worse. So I don't think it's like as serious as it seems, but let's see.
Okay. So we move on, guys. We move on. The next question I have. Forget about Thomas Partey's injury, everybody's injuries. We're just lucky that Aubameyang didn't get it, because what happened to Aubameyang was way worse. He was in an airport with Who knows who could have had COVID?
Yes.
Who knows could have been injured? The man spent almost the whole entire night there. To me, the International Football Association have to look at what's going on, because they can't have. I've been to Nairobi Airport. Okay, I've been to these airports in Africa. I've been to Somalia. I've been to these places. Some of these airports, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, they are not well constructed, and some of them, there's situations where these people could be doing a lot of stuff. So I don't know exactly where we're gonna go, but what I think we're gonna do is we're going to have to start looking at possibly telling our players during COVID, take it easy and don't go on international breaks, or don't do this, don't do that, because international breaks is going to be a big problem, especially with the Euros, all these things. Hopefully there's a vaccine by then. Hopefully we can move past it, but that's it. I'm going to end it there. We're going to move on, picking our starting 11s and picking our starting teams. Today I'm going to bring out a new toy, Lev. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna bring out a new toy. I want to screen share this. If you can get this on the screen, I got the Arsenal lineup and the players. You're gonna see it in a second, okay? So, since we're gonna be facing Leeds, guys,
Okay.
this is first things first. Let's get into our team lineup, okay? Let's see what we can do. So, formations we're gonna play, how we're gonna play. I want to know what you guys think. What formation do you want to play? You want to play with a back four or a back three? Where are you going? Tell me what you think you want to do and what Arteta's going to do. I'll start with you, Ryan.
I think it's very it's difficult because of Aston Villa gave me up. But me personally, I'll go with back four, 4-2-3-1 with Granit Xhaka and Willock as pivot. And I'll bring Emil Smith Rowe because we don't have Elneny or Partey. And Saka on the left, Aubameyang up top, and Pepe on the right.
Okay. So as of right now, I just want to know, what's your formation? Is it going to be back four or back three? Because if it's a back three, it's going to look like this. And if it's a back four, it's going to most likely look like this, right? Wait, what am I doing? Where'd it go? 4-2-3-1. There you go. So, Lev, what are you going with? You going with the back to 4-2-3-1 of the old days, or are we going with the 3-4-3?
Do you know what? I'm wary about not having enough men in midfield. That seems to be our downfall at the moment when we play certain formations, right? And we're being, look, Leeds are going to come toe to toe with us. We were saying this in our last show. They're going to attack us, so we're going to have opportunities in behind. But I still believe having more of a midfield presence. So I'll probably go. Yeah, do you know what? It's a tough one with these injuries and stuff. But I'll probably go. The 4-2-3-1 could work, or you could go 4-3-3, a standard 4-3-3, and have that extra man, in there. I don't know, man. I'd probably go with a 4-3-3 myself personally. I'd like to go toe to toe with him. I think we've got enough going forward to cause them problems. I want us to let the handbrake off a little bit. We've got creativity up top, so he might force his hand to do that. But the issue is, if Tierney's out, or is he not out? Do you know what I mean? And Ainsley Maitland-Niles won't play then, so then you'll have three. What three are you going to go in the middle without Partey? You go Xhaka, you go Ceballos, and you probably go. I have a sneaky feeling he's going to go Willock. Okay. I think he's gonna go Xhaka, Ceballos.
We're gonna get there. You're
yeah.
But
I want to jump in. Yeah, 4-3-3. 4-3-3. I'll go with a 4-3-3. There you go.
Okay, so first one, let's just get it out of the way. Easy choice. Everyone in the comment section get involved. First choice, Leno. Easy, right? No question about it. We know who the goalkeeper is gonna be, right? We know who the goalkeeper is gonna be. Now, here's the first argument: is it gonna be Bellerin or is it gonna be Ainsley?
I'll go with Ainsley.
You'd go with Ainsley, yeah?
Yeah.
I personally would go to Ainsley also, but I feel like Arteta's going to pick Bellerin. That's the thing. Arteta's going to pick one man. We're going to get our man.
I'd go Ainsley. I've always said Ainsley has not let us down at right back. He hasn't, in my opinion. And when he was playing there, he was getting better and better. I think he's a bit more solid than Bellerin. He's cost us a few goals going the other way, but he is a little bit more flamboyant going forward. But I would prefer Ainsley, but I'm going to say he's going to go Bellerin.
Okay, so we're going to go Ainsley. Then first, first center back. Is it going to be David Luiz on the right, or is it going to be Holding, or who are we going next to Gabriel? Because we know Gabriel's in.
I'd go Louise.
Yeah,
Ron?
Luis.
Okay. Lev, could you check if someone else is in the back room?
There isn't at the moment.
Oh, okay. I thought someone was there. Okay. Now, next we're gonna go Gabriel next to him. Quite simple.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some of these pick themselves. If Tierney's healthy, we're just gonna go Tierney, guys. All right. And then now here is the midfield. No Thomas Partey. What are we going with, guys?
I'll go first on this one. I don't care. Like personally, without the injuries, I would have. We all know we would have gone Partey, and then I would have gone Ceballos and someone like Saka in a 10, right? But this whole thing's been thrown into a little bit of an issue because Xhaka is going to play there probably. Let's be honest. So it's going to be Xhaka. I reckon he'll go Ceballos, and then I think as I said before, I have a sneaky feeling he's going to go Willock because Willock gives you that little bit going forward, breaking through the lines. If you saw him in the Europa games, he was looking a bit sharper and look more dangerous going forward. And apparently in training, he's been looking better than he has been, and he's been talking him up. So I have this sneaky suspicion he's going to go Willock. So that's what I reckon.
Okay, Rohan, what are you saying about this team?
Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward, but I want to make sure, that Danny Ceballos, he needs to improve on his recovery pace because I've seen so many times, even against Leicester and especially against Villa, when he goes forward, he does not have recovery pace at all. It's not that he's old or he's in his late stage of his career. He's just 23. It seems like sometimes when he drops back, he runs out of steam, and same with Xhaka as well, no legs, So Xhaka and Ceballos, they need to be very disciplined when they drop back.
Okay.
But I think the formation is pretty good.
Okay, guys in the comments, front three. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What front three are you going to go for? Now, I'm going to give you guys each one position. Okay. First, I'm going to go with you, Lev. Who do you want as the striker?
Man, if it was down to me, I'd go Aubameyang down the middle. I've had enough of this left business. Aubameyang down the middle. You've got a couple of wingers, so that's my advice. Aubameyang down the middle.
Okay, so you're going with Aubameyang as the striker. Now, Rohan, I'm going to give you the left wing. Now that Aubameyang's down the middle, who are you putting on the left?
Sorry, Rohan.
No. Saka. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward, right? It's just once Aubameyang got taken, you knew it was going to be Saka on the left, right? It's going to be a little bit different when Martinelli's back, but right now, it's pretty straightforward. And I gave myself the ode de resistance. Call me crazy, guys.
The contentious one. You've given yourself.
Call me crazy. But I feel like going forward, Willian should be third choice behind Reece Nelson. Am I crazy?
No.
Because I feel like you could get
Willian,
more.
right? He was brought to be squad player.
Yeah. He was
nothing much.
To be nothing but a squad player. And you know what the problem became? He became a starter. That's where everything went pear-shaped. The moment he became a starter and we depended on him week in, week out, we realized he is not reliable enough to start week in, week out. So this is where things go wrong. And you know what? Pepe, he performed well against Molde, against Dundalk. He performed well against Man City. He performed well against Sheffield United. He hasn't been given a good enough chance this season. For me, Pepe gets into the team. And I feel like he doesn't only get into the team, he walks into the team. There's no competition.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you've got both of them, if you've got Saka and Pepe, there's nothing stopping you switching them across during game as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because then you get a bit of Pepe going around the outside on his right and a bit of him cutting in, when he's on the other side, and vice versa with Saka. And I think that causes more problems and gives defenders more to worry about.
Fact.
So I would go with that.
100%. So the team, we've done the team, and this team is going to be. I feel like this team can beat Leeds because we're very forward thinking and a very attacking team. But we're not going to get into our predictions yet. I'm going to stop screen sharing that now, just so we can get back to thing. I like this setup. Leave it like this. So what we're going to do is, I'm gonna ask you guys questions. Okay, it's gonna be who. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want both sides to take one side of the question. Okay, be contrarian here. So the first question is, Arteta, does he play a pragmatic style, or does he go forward thinking with the team that we picked? Who first says keep it going the same way that we were doing it before? Do any of you agree with that?
I don't.
No, right?
I want us to be brave. Like at the end of the day, teams have worked us out. Like in the sense that they're sitting back and they're giving us a low block and all of that. But when you're going to play against Leeds, we know they're going to attack. We know they want to. That's the only way they know how to play, in my opinion. So I think we should let the handbrake off. We've got enough attacking players, and expose the spaces on the breaks as they come to us. If we can transition quick enough, we can get in behind them, and with the two wingers that you've picked, will cause problems. So I want us to take the handbrake off.
Okay, Rohan, are you going similar, or are you going to change it up?
Yeah, similar. Because like
Okay.
I mean, the three at the back, right? Like it was brought to for like 5 to 10 games, especially after lockdown, because we didn't have the personnel. Now, like we have the players, and like he has improved the defense, so we should like play attacking football.
Okay. And then I'm going to tell you guys something. I feel like we're still going to play defensive. Yo, he's backstage. Can you add him in?
Yeah, of course, man. And let me just say something very quickly while we're adding this guy. Beast Titan. I didn't say he should be playing in the number 10. I just said I think I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to play him in that position. Don't think
Yeah.
didn't see that little sneaky comment.
African Gunner, question. Pragmatic style going into this game, or you have to go attacking? What do you say?
Sorry, yeah. First of all, apologies, gentlemen, for being a bit late. I thought we started at 10 p.m., so my bad for joining a bit late. Yeah, no, from my point of view, I agree with Lavanja. I mean, we definitely have to go for it because technically we do have, I would say, we've improved defensively quite a bit, right? So, I mean, I feel like we can keep them out, but at the same time, I don't want to be watching this game with us just being, 11 men behind the ball and just watching Leeds counter and time after time attacking us. And then eventually, someone's going to make a mistake, whether that's Xhaka, Mustafi, David Luiz. We know all the culprits, and they'll win 1-0, right? So I think it definitely needs to be a high-scoring game where we're going for the throat, really. We have something to prove. And yeah, I mean, for me, really, we need to go for it. Play an attacking team and go for the throat because we need to score goals. And we also need to get confidence in the team, right? I think the more goals we score, regardless of the result, I think the more goals we score, the more confident the team is in terms of moving forward and into the Europa League next week. So, yeah, we need to start scoring goals as soon as possible.
Okay, can I quickly say something, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want us to go with a handbrake off. It just would have been better if we had Partey there. My only concern with going with a handbrake off is whether Xhaka has the legs and the mobility to cover when they come back at us. That's my only concern.
He doesn't.
That's my only concern.
Yeah, let's be real.
That's
He really
my
doesn't.
concern.
And time and time again, we've seen this, and he will be a culprit. Let's not get it wrong. He will get beaten, and he'll pull the man down and get a yellow card in the first 10 minutes, and already he's going to be on edge for the rest of the game, and we don't want that, right? And I think I'm not too sure if Elneny, I mean, he got COVID, right? So he's also not going to be playing. So we have a really inexperienced midfield, as we all know in the last game. I mean, Partey really, as soon as he came off, the game was pretty much over for us, right? So. I think that we need to change our formation and stuff, and really kind of bypass the midfield and go long ball. Really put Oba up front as a striking role. Put Pepe and Willian out on the wide and play balls over the top with David Luiz and see if that's the way we get through. Because we're not going to play through the midfield and beat them that way. At least not in my view.
Yeah, Aubameyang's a poacher, but hey, I'm a little bit different than you guys. I feel like Leeds are susceptible to the counter-attack, and I feel like if we play a pragmatic style, we actually might be more suited to beat Leeds than we are more suited to beat Aston Villa with a pragmatic style. You get what I'm saying? Because Leeds are so forward thinking and so attacking that they're way more susceptible to a counter-attack than a Leeds would than a Aston Villa would be. Because Aston Villa, they weren't playing as attacking as you think. They were playing more quick transitions, quick through balls, and getting behind us and putting us under pressure, and then they would pin us into our own half. Where Leeds, they're not going to pin you into their own half. They're going to put overloads, and then you're going to have 5 players in one side of the pitch. You pass the ball over quickly, and you quick transition, you could be in and about them right away. The thing that I'm worried about is if we play Bellerin at right back, and we don't have Tierney, we could get got at because their wide men are really good at creating goals for their attackers. That's another issue.
Just a point I wanted to mention in regards to Aston Villa. I actually disagree, EGAL. I think that it doesn't really matter the formation. I think they just have better quality players than us in the midfield, at least, to be quite honest, right? They have players that can pull other players out of position and make something happen. Look at Barkley, look at Jack Grealish. We don't have any players like that. I mean, we think that Pepe is that player and potentially even Willian, which is why we brought him. But honestly, they're not doing it for the team, right? And Aubameyang isn't that player. That's not his style of game. So we just don't have that quality in our team in games like this where we're gonna have a player that has Alexis Sanchez take on a player, or Santi Cazorla take on a player, open up the space and make a crazy pass that opens up stuff, right? We don't have anyone who can do that. As soon as Kolasinac, Xhaka, any of these guys see someone in front of them, it's like, oh, nope, turn backwards and pass the ball backwards or sideways and keep doing that. And it's so easy for the other team to just sit there and defend, right? And then eventually we commit players and they're like, okay, cool, this is our chance. And they hit us on the break and it's over. And that's Arsenal in a nutshell.
You know what? I'm looking at some of the comments in here, Gal, yeah, and I think as well, some people got some good points. Why not Sentiment FC and a few others? I mean, I want us to have the handbrake off, but the Partey situation has started to make me worry a little bit. And there are a few good points that have been made, including by yourself, in the sense of this might be the game to sit back and counter. I want us to be attacking, but that's just me being a little bit sort of, from the heart rather than the head. But we'll see, innit? I just thought I'd mention that.
So counter with who, right? I mean, counter with what? We've been trying that, and we don't have the quality in our team to really do that. I mean, once in a while, cool, Aubameyang has a goal and stuff because Tierney, I mean, he gets isolated on the wing and he finishes top right corner. But teams know what he's gonna do, right? They know what we're gonna do. We really only play from the wings. So I mean, what are we going to do in terms of counter-attacking? I'm sure they know Aubameyang is going to be our prime source.
You were saying hit him long. That's how you would do it.
Yeah.
When they come at us, you've got space in behind where the fullbacks are, right? Where the fullbacks have come on. That's when your wingers and people like Aubameyang pull out, look for that ball over the top from the likes of Luiz, who did that very well a few weeks back before he got injured. So
true.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting, guys. None of us really know what's going to happen, do we? We're guessing.
Well, there's one thing we know for sure, right? If we lose, this fan base is going into meltdown, and we have Wolves and Tottenham after, right? So, I mean, things by December might be looking really, really bad. And I mean, Partey, it looked like a savior signing, but it might not mean that much after all. And I really hope that's not the case.
Yo, you actually just segued perfectly into the next segment of the show. You know what I was going to get to, right? I was going to get right into it. The title of the video, the thumbnail says it itself. Let's talk about it. The next 5 games, how many points can we get, guys? How many points can we actually get from the next 15 games when you think about it? And you know what? We're going to start right from the beginning, right from the top. Arsenal, Leeds versus Arsenal. The mighty Leeds with the manager who could be managing for Barcelona, but is currently managing for a team that just came up from the championship, versus Arteta, the man that I trust in. I don't know if you guys all trust in him, but I definitely still back him. Some of the people who are saying Arteta out, I honestly don't know what you're smoking, because the club does not have the money to back this manager. What makes you think if they had Pep Guardiola or Arteta or Mourinho, they would back him? Anyways, I'm getting feedback, guys. What was that? Now,
I don't know where that's coming from all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, I don't hear anything.
Okay, so Rohan, I'm going to start with you. What is the prediction for Leeds versus Arsenal?
3-2.
3-2. Okay.
To Arsenal, right?
Yes, to Arsenal.
Just checking.
Just make it clear. You could be very pessimistic. What do you call it? African Gunner, what are you saying?
Okay, let's be real. I obviously love Arsenal. I want Arsenal to win every game. I think that this club is really broken my heart too many times for me to be positive about every game. I'm not that fan. So I'm going to be real. I see a 2-2 draw. I see us winning, and then in the last minute, last 5 minutes, they just clinch a draw. And then we move forward.
Okay, so far, 1 point for African Gunner, 3 points for Rohan. Lev, what are you giving me? 4 points?
Oh man, do you know what? Like, do you want me to tell you what my heart's giving me or what my head's giving me?
Come on, man, just get it out. Get it out.
Ken, good to see you, by the way, bro. Thanks for the kind words. Boy, listen, I think there's going to be goals. That's one thing I do think. I'm gonna go for an Arsenal win. Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm that guy that keeps going back to his ex-girlfriend. He keeps saying he's not gonna do it, but he does. So I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be like a 3-2 or a 3-1, something like that. So I'm gonna go 3-2 as well. Don't mess with the Rohan. I'm going 3-2.
There you go. And you know what? I'm going for a high scoring game. I'm gonna go for no, I can't do it. I'm gonna go for a 2-1. I changed my mind. Literally, I was gonna go high scoring, and then I realized quickly, nah. If we can't score many goals this season. Patrick Bamford has one less goal than the whole Arsenal team. So let's keep it real. 2-1, 2-1, and that's for Arsenal. But hey, people in the comment section saying 3-1 Leeds, 3-1 for Arsenal, says C Law. You got another one saying 4-3 Maxwell in the house. Beast Titan saying 3-1 for Leeds. Wow. Where's all this confidence for Leeds coming from? 4-3 says Maxwell now. He changed his mind. Crazy stuff.
We got
going
another
on.
guest as well, Egal. There you go, bro.
There you go,
Hey,
my guy. Yo, tell us, what are you saying, bro? How's it all the way where you are?
I don't know. I'm fine, man. I've finally recovered after that Villa game.
There
I
you
must
go.
say, man, seriously, I've enjoyed the international break this time. The way that loss hurt me, man. I'm telling you, I'm not looking forward to the game, seriously. I wish the international break was longer, seriously.
Oh man.
Jesus,
That's
man,
awesome.
he's come in here and he's already hit us with a downer, man. What's
I'm
going
the
on?
opposite. I'm the opposite. I've enjoyed the national break, but I can't wait for the games to start again. Personally,
Agreed.
it's a
My
good
man looks
like.
proper depressed down there. He's in a darkened room and all
No,
sorts, you know.
okay.
He's
So
been in that
what's
darkened
the
room for
score gonna be?
time.
What's gonna be the score
Yeah.
versus Leeds?
The score?
Yeah,
I think we'll win. I think 2-1.
there you go. So after all the
But-
negativity comes the positive. I love it.
No. But I know the team, you know. We will win. We'll
And then we'll
probably win
lose.
the game after that. Then, you know, people get a little bit positive. Then come the Spurs game, you know. The Spurs game.
Okay.
Maybe win that as well, but, you know, you never know with this team. But I can promise you, we'll get hurt soon. Very soon again.
Okay. So yeah,
That's a
we
hurting man there. That's a hurting man right there, boy.
listen, we don't have 10 minutes to cover every single team, so every single game thoroughly. So this one, I just want to win. I don't want to score. Is it win, loss, or draw? The next game that we're going to be playing after this is at home against Wolves. What's the score?
Ooh, shit.
Forget about the score. I just want wins or losses or draws. You can add context, but try to keep it brief because we still have to get through another 3 games. Lev.
Win. It's gonna be hairy, but win. I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt.
Okay.
Listen, African Guna, I'll get hurt anyway, man. So I might as well go in with a little bit of optimism.
African Gunnar, what's your prediction?
No, I agree with Levanja. I mean, you know, like my heart says we're gonna win every single game, but I think I psych myself to say like be more realistic so that if something bad happens, like it just doesn't hurt as much. So I'm gonna go for 1-1. I see them having a really good game, and they're no mugs, right? They've in the last 2-3 years they've actually become a much stronger team. So yeah, no, I mean they're on our level. Let's be real. So I see a 1-1 draw. I think that's fair.
Okay, 1-1 draw. So you don't have us winning a game out of the first 2 games.
Not the first 3 games even. We'll get there.
Okay,
Jesus.
Rohan, what's your?
I'm sorry. Just to clarify, I obviously do, but like I'm saying that I'm being more like realistic just to be safe. Like I'm taking insurance for my heart.
Right. You're being smarter than me, bro. That's fine, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Rohan, what are you saying?
For the Wolves game, I would go with like 1-1 draw because I want to say 1-0, but it's just like, you know, like there'll be like moments in like lapse of concentration and like Shaka or anyone, you know, like they'll like fumble and yeah, we'll maybe like concede 1 goal.
Okay, Lev, can you screen share that so people can see what game we're on?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yes, I can do that.
Okay,
Let's
so
do
we're
this.
talking about the Wolves Arsenal game, and then can you get the comment out of the way so my guy Vlar can say his piece?
Yeah, of course I can. There you go.
Okay,
My
so
prediction,
yeah.
I think we're gonna win that as well.
Okay.
So
So
I think we're gonna win the next 3 games seriously, because I think the players have been hurt so bad. They've been so embarrassed that they will do everything to bounce back, But for me, what I want to see Pepe starting, and I want to see Aubameyang through the middle. I don't care how we win. I just want to see that happen,
yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen though.
Can I challenge him on his points, EGAL? I want to challenge him on 2 of his points. The first point is like 100%. I mean, if we don't see a reaction, we really need to question Arteta, right? Because we're all seeing Arteta right now. We're saying, okay, cool. He's the manager where if we lose, unlike under Wenger or Emery, he's getting into the players and saying this is not acceptable, right? This is not Arsenal standard. So, I mean, if that doesn't happen, it's quite questionable. And then your second point is just a question from me to you is, in regards to if Pepe does start, right, and Aubameyang does start up in the middle and it doesn't work, then what? And how do we feel, right? Because that's our last hand to play, and if it doesn't work, I don't really know where we go from there.
But the thing is, I think Pepe he needs a run of games, I think you can't expect him to come. You can't even expect Aubameyang to score next game, because he has to play some games now through the middle, get used to the 9 position. But I think if you stick with it, that he will bang. I think he can reach the goal of the target of 20 goals this season if we start him from now to the end of the season.
I agree.
And sorry, I want to push back on that again. What makes you think, and what has Pepe shown when he's played that makes you have that confidence that he can do it? Because he did have a run of games beforehand. And really, honestly, for me, I mean, I love Pepe and I want the best for Arsenal and I want him to do as well as possible. But I don't see him, he doesn't have it for me. And I don't have that confidence that even if he gets the run of games, yeah, cool, he might get a goal or 2 or an assist. But I don't see him being that player we really want him to be,
Well, I haven't seen so much from Willian either, But towards the end of last season, Pepe played really well, I think.
True. Can I say something about Pepe? He played well against Sheffield United, got dropped. Played well against Molde, got dropped. Played well against Dundalk, got dropped. Played well against Man City, and the whole team played pretty poor. He was the one that gave the through ball to Aubameyang for that little dink. He could have scored that. That would have been 1-1. We would have another point right now, and we'd be higher up the table if it was for those little moments. But hey, I'm just picking and choosing my moments. Now, Lev, I got the screen share. Can you get that back up for me? So now the next 3 games, quick fire, we're gonna go through them, right? The next game for us is the North London Derby. Obviously, we're gonna skip by the Europa League games. They're irrelevant. The North London Derby, then Burnley, then Southampton. So after Wolves, I gave us a win. Rohan gave us a win. Am I correct? You gave us a
North London Derby.
You gave us a draw. African Gunner.
Yeah, 2 draws.
Gave us a win, and Lev, what did you give us? A win against Wolves?
Yeah, 2 wins.
Yeah, I did. And now you're gonna hit me with Spurs.
There you go. So first things first, Spurs. What are you saying?
You're asking me, yeah?
Of course.
There is no way in fucking hell that I'm gonna sit here and say that we're gonna lose to Spurs. Like, you put me in that situation. It's at White Hart Lane, isn't it? Is it White Hart Lane? Yeah, it is. Right. Oh, I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna go draw on this one, right? I'm gonna say 1-1.
Okay. Rohan.
I agree with Lev. I think it'll be a draw, like 1-1. Maybe when they score a goal, or maybe if we score a goal first, either Arteta or Mourinho, they'll just sit back and they'll just see the game out. It'll be 1-1 draw.
Okay. African Gunner.
100% agree. 1-1, Aubameyang to score, and Gareth Bale is going to score. I just have that feeling that for some reason he's going to score, but 1-1.
Okay, people in the comment section. People in the comment section, what's going on? You guys are slacking. We need to hear your predictions while we're on it. And then Vlar, what are you saying?
I think we're gonna win it.
Okay.
I hope so.
I think either by 1-0 or 2-1. I think we're gonna nick it in the end. But this is the thing, yeah. I'm not surprised if we win the next 3 games and then we draw to Burnley or lose them at home. That's so typical. That's what's going to happen.
No, we never lose to Burnley.
But I think we're gonna win the next 3 games. I'm confident. Last time I was here, when we predicted the Arsenal won the game, I predicted 4-1, didn't I?
Yeah.
I predicted 4-1, and we won 4-1. So I'm telling you, we're gonna win the next 3 games, but we're gonna choke against Burnley.
Boy, you heard it here first, guys. Put that in the bookies. Go and put your bets on. My man got it right last time as well.
Yeah, so I am going crazy talk, and I'm gonna say Spurs are gonna lose 4-0.
I was about to have a go at you again. I was about to lose it there again.
No. Okay, on a serious note, I think Spurs are a decent team. Unfortunately, if Partey is not back by that time, it's a joke. If Partey is missing for that many games, we have problems. We have problems. But if Partey is back, everyone's healthy, and Son is still out with COVID. I'm not saying I'm hoping that he doesn't have bad symptoms or anything, but if he's still out, then I would say we are the favorites going into that game, even though we're on the road. And I would give us the 2-0 victory. I want to see us win at Shahar Lane. We haven't won there in a long time. Oh, and Aaron with the super chat. What is he saying?
Oh yeah.
Why can't we play Partey, El Neni, and Ozil in front of Laka Abba up front? The wing backs, 3 center backs. But no, we had to go and mess that up with Ozil. Aaron, we know what's going on with Ozil, and we know this is way above our pay grade. That guy and that whole situation, Arteta can't even discuss it. It's way above his pay grade. And you know how deep it is? Ozil, man. It's just a sad situation. I personally like the guy as a human being. As a player, though, I think he's past it, unfortunately.
He's past it, yeah.
Yeah, past it. But I mean, obviously, not having him in the squad is starting to be more questionable. I mean, I 100% agree. I mean, he shouldn't be playing. But now, with this lack of creativity, your highest paid player not even in the squad. I mean, oh my God, that's just crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, so we got 10 more minutes, guys. And what we're going to be doing these last 10 minutes is, first, we're going to answer these 2 questions, Burnley and Southampton. And then we're gonna answer a couple questions from you guys in the comment section. So get your questions in now while we're getting through this, okay? So first, African Gunnar, I'm gonna start with you this time. Burnley, give us a win.
3-0, bro, easy. See, I'm realistic, man. I mean, against the tougher teams, I reduce my expectations and I have insurance. But against the smaller teams that we should be killing, 3-0, man, easy. That should be an easy game for us. And if we lose against Spurs, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna bounce back in that game. At least that's my assumption. So yeah, 3-0, Arsenal. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. Lev, give me 4 wins in a row.
That's how stupid and deluded I am as a fan. That's how I'm gonna be straight with you boys. I'm gonna be straight with you boys. I am cruising for a bruising. I am gonna get hurt badly because I'm going for 4 wins in a row, and some of them games are just like crazy, like the Spurs game and Wolves and all of that and Leeds. But look, I'm gonna go for 4 wins in a row. Yeah, and I'm gonna say, do you know what? I'm gonna say 2-0 because they're gonna sit back and try and do a low block and all of that. So we're gonna need to nick that first goal. But I'll say 2-0.
Okay, Ron, come out of your shell. I feel like you're being too shy. You need to come out here. And
I think it'll be 3-1. But my main concern is like the board should have backed Arteta like enough in the summer. That like there was long debate going on, the party and our party, but like in reality we need both.
Oh, something happened.
Well, you asked him to come out of his shell. Now he's disappeared. Rohan, you still there, bro? Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, because the thing is, right, Arsenal, right? Like we're known for having like most creativity in most players. Now it's complete opposite. Like we have nothing, you know. So like Shabazla and Awar like should have been like minimum, like you know, like. But like I think the board has thrown Wenger, Emery, and now Arteta like under like almost like Arteta. They're throwing them under the bus, you know. So like I think the board are like the main issue because like if you're like going to like games like Burnley, like you know, Villa, like teams like that, you should be like you know like having confidence. Okay, we'll win like 2 or 2-0. But now like it's that bad that we are questioning ourselves. You know, like, oh, will it be a win? Will it be a draw? Will it be like it should not happen at Arsenal? You know.
True. Okay, Vlar, and then we're gonna switch to Southampton, and you're gonna go first. So give us both. First, let me do mine. I think Burnley is the game where we're gonna draw. Okay, I'm gonna give us a draw, and
Wow.
I feel like I'm gonna give us a draw this game, just because I don't want to be the crazy guy who's gonna go 5 wins. I've done it before, and I'll do it again, but not right now. I'm just gonna try to be humble a little bit. I know it's not. I'm not used to this, but I'll try. Aaron, you want to jump on? Not today, my friend. Not today. We're almost done. We got 6 more minutes. So unfortunately,
You
not
guys want
today,
to come
but
on,
next
come on
time.
sooner, innit? Yeah, true.
Next time, right? You can catch us next week at the same time. We're gonna be back next week. But yo, if you can get the comment on Vlar, first give me your Burnley result, then give me your Southampton result.
Burnley, I think 1-1. I can see it. I can see them getting a draw at our place because we're not being so convincing at home, you know.
Okay, and then
And then
Hassan Hulo's men. Then Hassan Hulo's men.
The Southampton one. I'm thinking about how we played again in the past, you know. Burnley, yeah, we won. We always win against them, but we struggle against them as well. Southampton, we beat them easily at home, and we also win. Like, we beat them comfortably. So I think we're going to beat Southampton as well.
Okay.
So I think a draw with Burnley, but we beat Southampton.
Okay, so let's total up in your head, total up how many points you have and hold on to it. African Gunner, tell me, what are you giving me? You give me a Southampton win, back-to-back wins.
No. Yeah, I'm going 2-1, man. 2-1. I feel that. I mean, usually against Southampton we win, and I feel that the first 3, right? Well, the first 3 are disappointing, right? Guys, listen to this. The first 3 are disappointing. We're getting closer to the transfer window, so Arsenal start winning. So we say we don't need to buy anyone, and that's what's gonna happen, right? We all know.
Yeah.
You know it. So yeah, no, I definitely think we'll win 2-1. I think that should be an easy game. And in terms of what we were saying in terms of home, I mean, there really isn't no home advantage, right? It's just it's kind of really neutral. So, I mean, yes, technically we're playing on our home pitch, so it should be a bit better. And I mean, we just need to fix this creativity issue. I think as soon as we unlock that power, I think we see a different team completely, and we should be able to break down these teams that are going to sit back against us. Just hoping we see that happen soon.
Okay. And then, yo, you know what's next? Vlar is already gone. Rohan, what are you saying for your last pick, Southampton?
I'll go with 2-0 to the Arsenal.
Okay.
Clean sheet. I see.
Okay. Keeping it simple. And then I'm sending Kesh the link. What do you call it? Lev, what are you saying?
Bro, I'm sounding like a lunatic right now. I'm just laughing at myself because I'm just being straight. Like I'm going like the way I'm working it out is we're going unbeaten for 5 games. Do you know what I mean? And like I'm worried. Do you know what? All the players that we sell always come back and score against us. So I'm gonna say Theo Walcott will score. Yeah. Walcott will score, but I will say we'll beat them 2-1.
Yeah,
there you go.
100%.
Yeah, it's a given, man. It's a given. Any player we sell scores against us. Put your money on that now, people in the chat.
Well, so you're saying Ayling's gonna score against us for Leeds?
No. Oh, maybe. Do you know what? Any player that's played for us in the past, put your money on them scoring against us.
He played for us in the Champions League. He claims it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. For the last, you know what? I'm gonna have to leave soon. But Lev, you know what you should do? You should put the link in the comment section so people can jump on and give us their questions. Because
do you want me to do that? Do you want me to put the link in the comment section?
Open it up. Let the
we're playing Russian roulette with the chat group. Yeah.
Let them come on.
All right, I'll do that.
Obviously, they have to show their face.
Let me go and grab the link. Hold on 1 sec. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, but in the meanwhile,
can I just say something?
Any questions?
Did you leave now?
No, I'm asking you. Any questions?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that for me, the way I'm looking at it, even if you don't win, for instance, like Southampton For me, it's important. I want to see something else now. I don't want to see the same boring, negative approach to the games. I want to see him release the handbrake now. I want to see people like Ainsley start, Pepe start, and I would love to see Pepe with Saka together on top with Aubameyang. That would make me happy. Also, Willock, if he could start one game or two, I would be happy. I just need to see something else now. Because to be fair, the season so far, we won some games, but like it's so predictable,
100%. Just on that point, I mean, the question from me is like, I also want to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I just fear that he's not going to be the same player. Like, you were talking about how Pepe hasn't gotten consistent games and stuff, and it's the same with him, right? I seriously don't think that he's going to be at that same level that he was, in the FA Cup final and semi-final. Unfortunately, right? And then in terms of Joe Willock, 100% I agree. I previously didn't think that he's ready for Arsenal, and I still feel like he's suited more for Europa and he shouldn't be in the Premier League team. But we're seriously missing creativity, and we don't have Ozil or anybody else, right? And we don't seem to want to play Willian in the 10 or Pepe in the 10. So, and Saka, I mean, he shouldn't be playing in the 10, as you said. He needs to be playing on that left wing. So Joe Willock, I mean, he's been playing really well in the last Europa League games. This is his chance. Give him his chance and let him see what he can do, because we can't do any worse at the moment. So yeah, I agree with you there totally. And then in terms of Pepe, I totally want to see him play, man. I want to see him score some bangers, but I mean, yeah, dude, he just hasn't shown it for me, really. He dribbles kind of himself out of play most of the time. He can't use his right foot at all. And, I really hope that he can start proving his worth, because right now, he's a 40, 30 million pound player if we were to sell him. Let's be real.
Yo, can I say something? Guys, the link is in the comment section. People jump on, get your show on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make room for everyone, and I'm going to head out. But Lev, you're going to keep the show running. And you guys,
I'll carry on. Yeah, man.
Week, okay?
Can I just say something before we leave?
Yeah.
This Levania guy, the more I look at him, the more he reminds me of Ivan Gazidis,
Yeah,
Gazidis.
Don't compare him to Gazidis. That's embarrassing.
Wait, you don't come on this channel and start saying I'm a lookalike for something when you're sitting in a dark room feeling all depressed about the last few results, yeah?
Yo,
no, I'm only joking, bro. That's all blessed.
Take my spot. The positivity has been replaced with the negativity. Watch.
Nah, man, we're all good, man. You can have banter. Take it.
The river of positivity, bro.
Well, no, hold on now. We've got a guy on there called Gunnar Sahar, yeah?
Yeah, that's my brother, bro. That's Somali brother.
He's my positive version, with two sides of a coin.
Bro.
You're cutting out, bro. I want to hear you, man. So talk, carry on. And anyone in the chat, come on.
I'm just gonna ask everyone, honestly. This is what I said to EGAL. The season is over already. So I need
Bro,
to
you
ask
can't come into our room now and start telling us the season's over when we got it's only like a quarter of it gone. Come on, bro. Where's the positivity here, man?
Bro, EGAL has been telling me this for years, man. Come on, wake up. When do you guys wake up and smell the coffee?
Yeah.
That's the question I asked him. What we do? Yeah, we do the same each and every year. We buy players late. We do every single year. It's the same thing, yeah. And nothing changes, and then you guys are expected to do well. How does that make sense?
Boy, so you're saying it's because we buy players late? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think we done that this season, did we? We were quite. I mean, obviously we did that with Gabs at the end. I mean, what about you boys? I mean, African Guna, you tell us what you heard what he's saying.
I definitely hear what he's saying, and I can feel his I don't want to specifically say pain, but we've seen this all again, right? It's the same cycle, it's the same crap we see over and over again. So we're kind of used to it. We know at some point it's all gonna fall apart. And I 100% agree. We buy players quite late, and we're quite stingy. I mean, we don't offer extra money, and we don't buy players that are actually available that we could get potentially if we offered a few more pounds, or if we were club, like a big boy club, right? Like put our money on the table and get the players that we need. I think I've been recruiting a little bit better, but I mean, I do see where he's coming from, right? As I said, if we draw or lose the next 3 games, let's be honest, that's season over. I mean, really, I don't like. we're going to be way, way too far behind the pack, and we're going to be expecting and hoping that other teams fall and lose points, like always, right? I mean, we're always depending on other teams to lose points so that we make it, and that shouldn't be how it is. We should be depending on ourselves and winning our own games and stuff. And as Vlora also said, I mean, we're Arsenal. We win like against the biggest team. We can beat Barcelona and outplay them, and then lose against like a random team in Europa League the next game, and like everything is back into into pieces. So I hear where he's coming from. I think give it a couple more weeks. Let's see what we do in the next 5 games, and then we can really say what's going to happen. Because I think if we do lose in the next 3 games, there's a lot of pressure on the board to go and buy a. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear any excuses about we can't afford none of that crap. We need to buy a serious creative midfielder, even if we loan someone, because otherwise, he's right. The season's going to be over before we know it, unfortunately.
Oh, boy, this is getting a lot of flipping depression in the last I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Gunnar Sahal, I'll let you in here, man. Yeah, go on.
Sorry,
No, I was going
to. I do apologize. Look, the reason why
It's
I'm
all right,
saying
bro.
this, I see the same things again and again and again. It's the same things again. And generally, I can tell you what's going to happen in the couple injuries, and that's going to be our excuse here. You will not get paid now. You'll survive like September. I don't want to be a problem.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, bro, Gunnar Sahal, bro. We got a problem with your connection. We can't hear what you're saying, and we'd love to. Anyone else in the chat group? You got the links there. Come on if you want. Everyone's been telling me to put a link in. I put it in. Now no one's coming in. Blah. Obviously, I'm still talking to you. You're lucky that I am after your last comment. Yeah. Blah, you've heard what my man's saying, Gunnar Sahal saying, to some point, other than the time he was cutting out. What do you think? I mean, he's saying that we're all being a little bit too optimistic. You wasn't. You're still in your dark room, being realist. You tell us.
I'm realistic. I think we can. I think we will get top 4 this year.
Yeah.
I think so. And the strangest thing, the strangest thing before the Leicester game, I actually said, everybody around me said, yeah, we can only get top 4. But I was saying to somebody, why can't we challenge for the league, Because this is a weird season, City sleeping Liverpool, but then we got a defeat against Leicester. And then, we were so lucky. But the Aston Villa one, that destroyed me. So we're not going to win the title. But I think still we can get the top 4.
Boy, so there's a bit of a conflict there because, you were being realist, but then you're saying we're going to hit top 4, and I haven't even gone that far. I mean, I've said we're going to win 5 games in a row. I know it's not real. I know I'm living in fantasy land, but it's a Friday. I've had a little drink. I'm thinking, yeah, man, we're going to win 5 in a row. But my man's saying we're going to finish top 4, so that's good. Rohan, bro, you've been a little bit quiet there, so I want to bring you in a little bit more, bro. You heard what they've been saying. You heard what Gunnar Sahal said. Gunnar Sahal was saying, we have this shit every year, which is true. As I said millions of times, it's likened to going back to an ex-girlfriend you shouldn't be going back to, but you just can't resist it. You keep coming back. That weekend's come in. What do you think? Do you think he's right? Do you think it's all going to fall flat again? Or do you think, like Vla, that we're going to... And am I pronouncing your name right now, Vla, bruv? Because I don't want to get it wrong. Do you know what I'm saying?
Vlor, you can say Vlor.
Yeah.
Vlor.
Vlor. Sorry, bro. Vlor.
Yeah.
So do you think it's going to be more like what Vlor's saying? We're going to finish top 4. What do you reckon?
Every year I expect top 4 minimum, but especially after the Chelsea and the Europa League final, I've just given up. This season maybe 6th or 5th at max. That's it. And my thing is right, Mertesacker, he's academy manager. He needs to be seriously questioned because there have been 2 players that left the academy. Oh, obviously one was before when Mertesacker was playing, but there's one, Ismail Benasser. He went to, I think, League 2 or maybe some club in League 1 in France. And now he plays for AC Milan. He starts every single game. He's creative and or maybe attacking midfielder. And there's one more, Jeff Rene Adelaide. I watch France, and I watch France under 21 as well.
Yeah.
Him and Guendouzi every single game. If Rene Adelaide is out, Guendouzi is captain. So we're losing players even from the academy as well. And I heard a rumor that we didn't sign Partey earlier because they wanted to save some weekly or appearance wages or something like that. It's just frustrating, It's just Ivan Gazidis, he literally like destroyed everything behind the scenes, and now it's just like incompetent and like inexperienced people like Edu and like Ian Mikel. They're just trying to like fix whatever they can. Like we need like at least one competitive like sporting director, someone like Van de Sar, or like I really want Mark Overmars from Ajax. He's done like great job at like Ajax. Like he's brought De Ligt, he's brought De Jong, he's brought Van de Beek, like Ziyech. Like he's literally revolutionized the team. It's like we need like some. Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Yeah,
Right,
I know. 100%.
let's just hold that, boys. Right. So what we're gonna try and do then? Anyone in the chats, anyone who wants to come in, your links there. Come in, right? You've been chatting all this breeze about you want to come on, you want to say your piece and all this rubbish. Come and say your piece. What we'll do is we'll mix up from a few of the questions from the chats along with a few of ours. So I'm going to start this off with another question. I'm sure everyone's been asked it already, but okay. So there's been talk about us going, needing that sort of quick fix in January, right? For that role where we haven't got a Hwasim or Shabozlak or however you want to pronounce it. Some have been saying there's talk about Xhaka and Christensen swap. So would you do that? I know. I shouldn't have said it. I it's a 31, but okay, I'm going to hit Vlor with this first. Would you do that as a quick fix in January?
Of those three players?
Two.
I think
swap.
Eriksen.
No, you won't. I won't do that. You know why? Because then I would be so hypocrite. Because for the last 7 years, I've argued with Spurs fans and said, "Nah, Ozil is better than Eriksen. He's better." I defended Ozil for all those years. So if I want to like swap Xhaka for Eriksen, and let's say we get him and he hits the ground running, then I will be the biggest hypocrite ever. Then I need to hide myself. So I can't take it. I have to say no to that.
Wouldn't that be a little bit of a slap in their face, though? He's left them come back to us and he's done well.
Yeah, it would.
Because then he can laugh at them a little bit, no?
Of course, if you brought him in and we won, for instance, a Europa League or the league, then I wouldn't mind it, But I think no matter which player we get in January, if we don't change our system, it won't help. People say we lack creativity, we can get Ozil back and all that, but I think it's more behind the scenes, the system or what they do in training. I think the problem is there, But for me, if we could get this Awar guy, I would be happy.
Oh, I'm going to be straight with this, yeah. This happens every year as well. Coming up to January, there's talk of us signing someone and these big names, and it never happens. I can't see it happening. I can't see us getting Hwasim or Shabazz or something like that in January. I can't see it. I think it's going to be a quick fix, a band-aid for heart surgery type thing we do every January. African Guna, what are your thoughts on it, bro?
Bang on. The first part is Vlor. I mean, I hear you, man, but we can't change the system unless we have the players, man. Because as you can see, Arteta knows we just don't have the players, and so he's like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna stop leaking goals that we've been leaking like mad in the past recent years, and then try and fix the creativity or hope that the players have enough talent and quality to kind of make something happen out of nothing, really, right? And that's kind of where we're at. So I hear you on that part. I mean, in terms of the swap deal, man, I ain't even thinking twice. Xhaka is, excuse my language, he's crap. He's a crap player, man. I'm sorry. For many, many years, I've said this, and I don't hide it. And I mean, people can say I have an agenda or whatever. My agenda is for Arsenal to be the best team in the world, right? And he's just not it. He's just not the quality. The Premier League is not for him. He might be good in other places. People call him a leader. He's not a leader, and people call him intelligent. I mean, he fouls needlessly all the time. He gives away penalties. All he can do is really make a 5-10 yard pass. And listen, man, you're playing for Arsenal Football Club. You should be being able to make that pass regardless of what position you play. So I don't understand what people really see in him. For me, he's really a liability for us. So, in terms of Eriksen, I don't think that he's the same Eriksen that we saw. But, I mean, to get rid of Xhaka, really, for me, I'll do anything. I'll swap him with anyone. And I think that, getting Eriksen, he can obviously contribute for us. I mean, people are saying in the chat that Ozil definitely is better than him. I don't know if that's true, but I don't see Ozil coming back into this team. It'll be really embarrassing for Arsenal to get, put him back into the squad. So I think that's not happening. So I think Eriksen would be a good shout. I think just his wages would be a little bit expensive. But I think, as Lev said, we ain't going to go buy Aouar and stuff. And Vlor, I really want Aouar too, but I think he might be like a Pepe, man. I think that maybe the Premier League isn't for him. I think he's going to get bullied. He's quite small and stuff, and he might get bullied out of games. And I don't want to spend that much money on a player that really isn't going to come in and hit the ground running like Partey, who really suits our style, suits the Premier League and stuff. So that might be a little bit of a risk. So I agree with him. I don't see us spending the money. They're going to make the same old excuses. We don't have money. We're going to spend it in the summer, blah, blah, blah. And we're just going to put a Band-Aid over the heart surgery. 100%.
Thank you, bro. I love people that agree with me, man. I hope I haven't taken you down this bad path for these next 5 games of being undefeated. It's a joke, I know, but like, it is what it is, man. I'm an optimist. Listen, our man's come back, and this time he's not only come back, but he's come back with a camera. So we're going to add him back in, yeah? Gunnar Sahal. Rohan, I'll be with you in a minute, bro. I've got some questions for you too. So let's welcome Gunnar Sahal. This time we can see him, and he's got some big-ass headphones. He's not messing around this time. How you doing, bro? Now, this time, he's got his massive headphones on. We can't hear him. Can anyone hear him? Can anyone hear him?
He's on mute.
He's on mute.
He's on mute.
Is he on mute?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Gunnar Sahal, welcome back. This time, we can hear you, and, bro, we can see you, man. I love that. So, bro, you hear what's been happening. Hold tight. I'm going to throw some questions in, yeah? So just stay there, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what else there is. Why not Sentiment FC? I'm going to throw this at Rohan first, yeah? So why not Sentiment FC is saying the following, right? He's saying a loan deal for Isco, or approach David Alaba, free agent, on a free contract, I'm guessing he's saying. So I'll throw this out to Rohan first. Isco, but not a bad shout. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's better than Eriksen. But like my thing is, right, like I would sell Xhaka. I think maybe we can get 20 or 25 mil for him, and then go for Szoboszlai, because Szoboszlai, his release clause is somewhere around like 25 million. And the thing is, RB Salzburg, they are they're willing to accept like transfer fee through installment. So that's basically like good for Arsenal. So like I'll not go for like Isco but
he's gone.
He's frozen. He's frozen. Brain freeze. Okay, Gunnar Sahal. Isco.
Yeah, man.
Is he your choice ahead of someone like Christian Eriksen?
No, I wouldn't sign none of them, honestly. It will make the situation worse. If we buy the problem is with Arsenal, for years and years, we keep buying players that are not the right profile. We're not buying the right players, man. If we buy, this is what we do. Yeah, we sell one player, we get rid of, like, right now we're getting rid of 2 young players in Guendouzi and Torreira. How the hell are we going to replace them by the summer? We want them out. So how are we going to replace Guendouzi and Torreira? Forget about Xhaka and Elneny. Those 2 players are out. Arteta doesn't like both of them. So you need to think here, logically, yeah, we have a team here that's full of holes. And every single time a hole pops up, why? Because we're not replacing them quick enough. We're like a sinking ship. Every time they pluck a hole, there's another hole that springs loose. So what are you meant to do? The only way we can do is by buying cheaper players. We need to buy young, cheap players. And I don't know why Arsenal doesn't do this. This is an easy solution. If we don't want to buy expensive contracts, we don't want to buy big players, why do we have to go for the marquee signing? I don't understand. I asked EGAL this as well. He doesn't have an answer for this. I think all Arsenal fans would be happy, if we got young players in the squad and they will actually play for us. We become the Dortmund of the Premier League. And then at least we got something. Right now we got nothing. We got nothing.
So you're suggesting we should go with a Dortmund model, grab the players younger that are sort of the up and comers, like your Martinelli types, and they've got some sell on value as well, right? Yeah. And then what you're saying is we'll get these players once even Man United did it with Ronaldo. Let's be honest, you get him, he makes, he wins you a couple of things over, a couple of seasons. He wins you, helps you win things, and then when he's 26, 27, he's worth 150, 200 mil. or whatever it is when that time comes, we can sell on and we can reinvest, and that's the way Dortmund do it, and that's what you think we should be doing. Do you not think they're doing that at the moment? Do you not think they're doing that though? I mean, look, let's be honest. Gabriel,
not, though.
young centre. Wait, hold on. Gabriel's a young
Go.
centre back, up and coming. Yeah, what is he? 23, 24? Something like that.
22.
He's got sell on value. Martinelli, what is he? 18? 18? He's got sell on value.
Yeah.
So I mean, there are signs that this is happening. Saka's a young lad. Obviously, we didn't go and buy him, but he's another one with sell on value. Let's be honest. Saka right now could probably go for quite a substantial amount. So there are players in that squad.
Can I reply to you?
Yeah, of course you can, bro. That's what you're here for, man.
Okay, thank you, man. I want to be. My parents told me to be polite, man. So I want to be polite. It's your show as well, so I don't want to be rude.
It's not the point. Listen, you're not being disrespectful by having opinions. That's what you're here for. We want fans. You're just a fan, just like us, bro. So give us your opinion.
So basically, the reason why I say Martinelli, Saka, and some of the young. I'm not saying that Arsenal haven't, but look at our recent history with young players. What do? We sell them at the wrong time. We always sell them at lower values. Look at our young players. Cesc Fabregas was one. There's so many. There's like a list of them. Yeah, we haven't never sold them. We always sell players at the wrong time. So what does it make you think here that we will get young players in the door and sell them at the right time, reinvest into the squad properly? We don't do these things right now. So what makes you think? That's what I'm trying to say. I think if Arsenal fans forget, I
hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So if I told all Arsenal fans, Arsenal fans, this is the problem. I'm the new owner. I can't afford to buy marquee signings because this club is not as good as blah blah blah. I tell a press conference. I tell them, you know what? This model that we're running doesn't work clearly. It doesn't. It's 14 years of the same shit, so it's not working, my friend. Whatever we're doing is not working, so we need to change it.
African Gooner wants to say something. Yeah, hold the fire, African Gooner, because we've got to welcome another man onto our panel. Kesh, how you doing, brother? Welcome, man. You know, you're always welcome on here, and I'm looking forward to having a chat with you. You hear what's been going on. African Gooner, I'll let you reply, and then we'll see what else is going on in this chat group. Keep the questions coming. Keep smash those like buttons. Keep it going, boys. Go on, African Gooner.
So the first thing I was going to say in regards to Rohan, agreeing with Rohan, was that 100% Isco Disco would definitely take us to the next level, and I don't think he cost a lot of money. And I was saying this about James Rodriguez and Doucouré. Those are two players that Everton signed that fit our bill, and they're top players. And people were not seeing it and cutting at me saying, you don't know what you're talking about, and look at how they're performing. So that was the first part. And in regards to what Sahal is saying, I hear you, man, but really, the Martinellis, the Sakas of the world, like those are really rare gems, man. We're not going to find 11 players like that, right? And the other part is that if you get players like that, at some point they're going to want to leave for more exciting projects and stuff. I mean, I really hope we can keep Martinelli because he's one of my favorite players. But I mean, if we're not progressing and we don't have ambition in the team, then these players are going to leave to bigger teams that are actually winning stuff, right? That's the sad reality. I mean, look at what RVP said. Look at Sanchez. Look at all these guys that we call snakes. But let's be real. They moved to teams that had more ambition and that were actually winning stuff, right? So I hear you. And I hear you in terms of selling players at the wrong time. I don't think we're selling players at the wrong time. I just think that we're weak in the transfer market. I'm actually hearing some feedback. I'm not sure who it is. But so, for example, I mean, RVP, our star player, we sold him for 20 million. Sanchez, we sold him for nothing. That guy was like, we're 60, 80 million. So we sell our top assets for little to no money, and we can reinvest that. I mean, we also sign players like Guendouzi who look really promising, and we ship them out. So we just don't have the right people that make these decisions, right? And we keep going into the same cycle. We get one good player, and then, as you said, there's another hole to fix. We don't fix all our holes at the same time. So that's a problem that's been going on, and the board is not going to come out and tell you that the system hasn't been working and take blame for that. Frankly, he doesn't really give a crap, and he's hired people to manage it for him, right? So you're never going to get that.
We seem to be getting some feedback from somewhere or some sort of noise in the background. You guys picking that up at all as well?
Yeah.
I think maybe it's like someone's playing it through their monitor or something like that, and it's coming back on us. So, like, I don't know who it could be or what's happened since. Or let's have a look. All right, let's just keep an eye on it and see if we can work out what it is. So, Kesh, bro, you've heard what's been going on, man. So, like, there's a few people here, and obviously, I don't know if you tuned in earlier and saw that we've come out with some ridiculous predictions for the next 5 games. But yeah, I did. I'm gonna say it straight up. I did. It's ridiculous. I'm looking at 5 straight wins and like, boy, I'm gonna get some stick next week. But
Wow.
yeah, I know, man. I know. It's just me. It's a Friday, isn't it? It's more like a high day by the sounds of it. But like, obviously, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this connection, sort of interlinking between our strike force and our midfield. We don't seem to have that type of player at the moment. We're talking about January, what we're going to do. But I mean, I'm going to throw this at you. What do we do in the meantime? What is your fix for that link between midfield and strike force? Because that seems to be the area we're struggling with. So what would you do at the moment?
Just allow a bit more freedom, really. I think, I don't know, like I think with our three forwards, we can probably tuck them in, so then we can occupy the defenders that we're coming up against, and basically let our wing backs just fly forward. Just go for it. Like what we're doing is not working, so you might as well just change it and get more people going, contributing going forward. Because that's what's stopping us. We're a bit too rigid. I don't see the likes of, as much as our fullbacks go forward, they haven't got that freedom of like going inside or getting in the box. Like you see with Chelsea, you see the likes of Ben Chilwell getting at the edge of the back stick.
Yeah.
You don't really see our fullbacks. Like we've missed that. Like think about how many goals Monreal used to get from getting into the box. We don't see our fullbacks getting in the box. There's not enough freedom going on in this team, and I think that's what's holding us back.
And what if that opens us up defensively, and like we just start leaking goals like usual? Then what?
Then whoever's complaining about being defensive, then they can suck it up.
Yeah,
you see,
I hear you.
I see where Kesh is going. He's thinking go via the wings, and I think that's the whole point, isn't it? That's what Arteta's trying to do, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to be working.
There's not enough freedom. There's not enough freedom. Like just going up the wing is too predictable. You got to mix it up. Like you got to see your wing backs probably going on into the box while your forward wingers pull out. We don't see enough of that. It's like, okay, Aubameyang just drifts inwards and that's it. And I feel that's predictable. Okay. The opposition, they're so used to that movement now.
Yeah, so just a quick one.
Here, go on.
Can I put in here? I mean, Pesh, I hear you. Give the players more freedom, but we don't have the quality, man. Let's be real. None of these players. Yeah, they can't do something, right? I mean, we're expecting El Neni to make a pass in behind. Like, for example, we have said about Pepe quite often. I mean, we've never seen him go in behind or someone pass it to him in behind where he's running through and he's one-on-one. I mean, how many one-on-one chances has Pepe really had, right? Almost 0 to none. So, even if we give them freedom, I don't think that much is going to change because we just don't have the quality for players to dribble a guy, nutmeg him, make him look stupid because you're playing for Arsenal Football Club, and then make a pass and set someone up, make a easy pass for Aubameyang, just a kind of a cherry picking, just cherry pick a goal.
I totally agree with you, but the way I'm thinking is we're complaining about trying to make sure we've got a solid midfield to protect our back four, and that's a midfield that's not going forward, and our wing backs are barely even diverting from any instruction. It's always go down the wing, whip it in. And when we're whipping it in, we're whipping it to someone that's not very clinical. You got the likes of Aubameyang also crossing to Lacazette when he's the one that should be getting onto the end of opportunities. So we've just got to go with the complete opposite. Try and open up a bit more. Be brave.
Can I? One sec. Just 1 sec.
Yeah, go on, Gunners.
I've been watching Arsenal. I've been watching Arsenal, and I agree with Cash. We're too predictable. I've been telling everyone we've been too predictable. But also, one of the problem is we're putting way too many players forward. So the small teams, what they do is the simplest thing. Yeah, when we put off players forward, they put 5 at the back. They play against us 5 at the back. So everyone defend basically. Then what we do, we can't pass them out. So the teams that we're actually doing well is the bigger teams where they come and pressure us and then we can pass them around them. That's why we're doing well against the big teams, because the big teams, they pressure us, the small teams don't. Yeah. So what the players need to do is actually drop back. Drop back. If they don't want to come at us, don't go to them, but drop back a bit. Tell the fullbacks to drop back. The midfielder drop back. Tell the strikers to drop back a bit. Play in the middle. Pass and go. Do the simple things. Pass between the lines, and then you can
You're
break.
basically
You know what
saying,
those are?
You're basically saying when there's a low block,
Yeah.
we should let them come at us, try to suck them in at us.
No,
because,
no.
Well,
Not
wait.
drop back.
You're saying drop back. You said drop back just a minute
Not
ago.
drop
You
back.
said
Not
we
drop
need to
back. Drop back 10 yards. Not a lot. Drop back to the midfield.
Yeah, I'm not.
Drop
I didn't
back a
say
little
how
bit.
much to drop back. I didn't say how much to drop back. But what you're
Okay.
basically saying is, with a low block, like with teams that we would struggle with, are the ones that have got, the lesser teams that have to sit back and defend and wait to maybe counter us, like like this
Leicester.
happened to us in the past.
Leicester and Villa.
Yeah. Okay, I wouldn't call Leicester a lesser team than us right now,
But-
but still,
But they played.
I know
How
what
many
you're saying.
players were behind?
The reason why
Well, Leicester was. Am I lying? Leicester were 10 players at the back, and then Vardy just went loose at the end.
the reason why I would disagree with that is it doesn't matter.
Go on, Kesh. Tell him why you disagree with him, bro.
No, it doesn't matter how far you drop back, because what you'll see is
Agreed.
they will always target that right hand side. It doesn't matter what I've realized. It doesn't matter what protection. Listen, Arteta's he's tried to give us some protection, yeah, to help this defensive line, yeah. But as we're seeing, even as much as he's tried to be a bit rigid and help us have a solid foundation, they just attack that right hand side because they know at one given time they're going to get through. It's not as solid as over on the left hand side, where if you do that, like a prime Atletico Madrid performance, where you just keep trying to go in and you're not getting in. It's not going to be like that. At one point, they're going to break through. They toy with Hector Bellerin. They toy with Olden over that side. And that just comes down to me with the quality of the players that you got.
100%.
You know what,
100%. And
you hit the nail on the head there, man. A lot of the goals we ship are in behind Bellerin. The Liverpool game, the City game. I've seen them. Even the Villa, they target that right-hand side. You're absolutely right. But let's try and bring Rohan in a little bit as well, because my man's been stuck there. And also, Victor, you say you want to come on, bro. The link's there. Come on, add your bit. Rohan, you hear what everyone's saying, bro? I'm sorry you kept you there sitting there.
I'm going to watch behind the scenes. I'm going to shoot.
All right, Kesh.
All right, take care, boys.
All right, brother. You do. Thanks for coming on. Rohan, you seen what everyone's been saying? Do you sit back? Do you drop? You heard what Gunnar Sahar was saying. And let's welcome my man as well, Victor. So what do you reckon what do you have to say about what you've been hearing, Rohan?
I would like to add more to what Gunnar Sahar said. Like the Dortmund model that he's talking about, like I wanted that as well. Like I wanted Ajax model as well. It works very well. The thing is that comes from the owner. The owner is not interested at all in implementing anything. And my thing is, right, even under Wenger, even in his bad years, we used to go for underrated players, right? We just stopped going for underrated players. There are players like Benrahma, Atletico Madrid, right? They signed Kondogbia from Valencia, I think, 20 million.
Yeah.
He's better than Decore, he's top quality CDM. And the thing is, it also comes from the recruitment as well, they fired I think Francis Cachjau.
Yeah,
he was the one who found Martinelli, Bellerin, and other young players. So it's very frustrating, when you support Arsenal, it's just putting square pegs in round holes. It's just roundabout FC every time, And Bellerin, right? He frustrates me a lot. He's not the Bellerin that was 2016, running past to Alaba, and now he cannot defend at all. So even if you put Saliba as right center back, Bellerin will literally destroy him. He exposes every center back whenever Bellerin plays. So even if he puts assist, it's not worth it because he'll cause errors leading to goal. So it's either you ask him to just defend and not go forward, or you just ask him to go forward and just lead goals left, right, and center. So
okay,
Maitland Niles should be starting every game.
Let's welcome our fellow Gooner Victor AFC, bro. Thank you for coming on, man. Where you coming from? Where you coming from, bro?
From Russia.
From Russia?
Wow.
You are not from Russia. Whereabouts?
I'm not from Russia, but I stay in Russia.
What are you doing out there, and whereabouts in Russia?
Moscow.
Boy, that's cold out there, bro.
Wow.
Why did you pick Russia, man? Why? What you do out there? Can I ask?
I study.
You study out in
Awesome.
Moscow, yeah?
Yeah.
Boy, that's good, bro. Listen, welcome to the Arsenal Lounge, right?
Thank you.
You've heard what's been going on. Is there anything in particular you want to say about what you've been hearing? Because obviously something's prompted you to come on. So the floor's yours, bro.
Yeah, most like I've been hearing about people blaming the creativity. I think
Mm.
it's the system we are playing currently. The system is too robotic. It's
Okay.
too structured. Players don't move anymore. At least we've seen Chelsea play 3-4-3 and they won the league. With Conte, they won the league, they swept across the league, defeated almost all teams and won the league. The system is too robotic, it's too structured. Like there are too many instructions for each player to follow. And it's
Right.
limiting the expressiveness of each individual in the team. I think that is the
Okay.
major problem with the creativity. Creativity is not just about a player laying a final pass. Like I said, even if Ozil comes back into the team, nothing might change because it's not just about laying the final pass. What about the movement? What about the fluidity of the team? What about being direct?
But
Like
is he
for
not
the last,
training them that in training, Victor? Is he? I mean, look, we know where he's come from. Pep. He's come from Pep, right? He's come from Pep's
yes,
coaching and all of that. There's a lot of talk about Arteta and his coaching capabilities. Is he not teaching them this, or is it just simply down to the fact that we don't have the players to play the way he wants to at the moment?
okay. Now let's look at this example. Look at Ateta's first 10 games in charge.
Mm.
Look at his last 10 games in charge.
Okay.
Which two has a better squad? Which two played the better football?
I
The
think the
first 10
football is
games,
the same, to be
we
honest.
enjoyed the football, attacking, sweet. Now we have improved our defense with Spine, with Gabriel. We have improved our midfield with Spine, with Partey. Now we are still being more conscious about the defensive aspects. So it's not just about the player. We need to look at. We've seen Arteta play the fluid football. We've seen him play what he learned under Guardiola. Now we are seeing him play what he learned under David Moyes. Because this is not how Guardiola plays football.
Okay.
So we've seen two different Artetas. So I
Do
don't
you think
think
it's a
it's based
mentality
on the
thing as
player.
well?
I think it's the mentality. I think
Because
it's the
he's
mentality.
told them to look at the defense more, be a bit more
Yes.
focused on defending. Not.
Yes.
Do you think what he's done maybe is maybe he's affected the mentality a little bit? They put the handbrake on, concerned more about what's going on in the background, and they're not being themselves fluid going the other way.
Yes, that's what I think actually. I think we are
Okay.
much more concerned about defending rather than attacking. And to me, I believe goals win games.
Yeah, of course.
We need to use Aubameyang to the best because he is reaching his peak. 2-3 years, Aubameyang will be gone, and we are not getting the best out of him.
Yep. All right. Why? African Guna, you hear what Victor's saying? Victor, some good points there, bro. Before you hit that, African Guna, before you comment on that, guys in the chat, keep those questions coming. If you've got some questions for us, give them to us. If you want to come on, let us know. Aslan Khan, Merhaba, I know you're Turkish. Ben Davis, I know you're a Spurs fan. What the hell are you doing here? But thanks for supporting us. Why not Sentiment? You're still here. Mr. Bungle, you're still here. If you boys, any of you want to come on, let us know. Anyone got any questions? Whatever it is, Arsenal related, this is your chance. Hit us with a question. African Guna, you've heard what Victor's been saying, bro. He's got some good points there. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, Victor, I hear you and stuff. I think a couple of points on that. The first point is I don't really know if there's really been a change. I think it's really just what we're seeing, I think. And I know you said the first 10 games, but I'm looking at like maybe the end of last season, right? I think that was still quite early in his reign. I think we were playing we were playing the big boys, right? Which felt like we were playing attacking football because we were countering them. Whereas, in more recent games, we're playing, I think, low block teams or teams that are, I guess, not suited for us to counterattack, and we have to break them down. And let's be real, Victor, we haven't been able to break teams down since Wenger. Like the end of the reign of Wenger, we've been struggling to break teams down. So this is not something new. And even against Emery, we were saying we were too robotic and we need to let players express their freedom and stuff. And I mentioned before, I hear you. I think we don't have the quality because, for example, we don't have a player that can just, on the transition, right, take the ball, dribble 3-4 players, and we're on a 4-on-3, right, and we have a chance to create a goal. We don't have that enough. When that happens, it's very rare, right, and either Aubameyang or Lacazette, they'll mess it up, and we only get like one or two of those chances per game. So we don't have that player that actually can do that, right? get the ball from a corner, turn, run, dribble past players, and set the attack. We don't have players like that. We have Xhaka, El Neni, who will just, make some sideways passes or backwards passes. And then Partey, he can do it, but that's not his role, right? We didn't bring him in to do that. So as much as that he can do that, he's not really the soul. The other thing is, I hear you, man. Our creativity, and I know you're saying you're kind of disagreeing that it's because of the formation, but I don't know if this is specifically from Arteta, but listen, David Luiz is the guy who's trying to be our creator, man. I mean, from our center backs, he's trying to ping in long balls and be our our savior, which is crazy. I mean, look at any other team. What other team is trying to create goals from their center back doing long ball passing? And then you have Aubameyang, your star striker, playing on the left wing. Listen, he's been doing really well out there, but we all know that's not his game, man. He's not an all-round soccer player, for example. He can score goals, but he can't do anything else. His touch is really bad. I mean, his passing is average and stuff. It's just not his game, right? He's not like a Jamie Vardy or a Harry Kane. I know we hate him, but he's a world-class player, man. He can do everything, and Aubameyang's just not that player. Then we have like 70 million odd wingers who really are not really doing it for us, aka Pepe. So, I mean, this team is Tierney and Bellerin sprinting forward, passing with Saka, trying to get some type of overlap, and then just hit and pray, cross it in the middle and hope someone is hitting something in, or we get a rebound or something. We have no midfielders that can actually create anything, take long shots. I know Xhaka supposedly can score from distance. We don't have any of that. Look at any of the top teams, man. They can do that. I mean, I know Chelsea spent a lot of money, and a lot of people banter on United, but look at their midfield, man. I'm so jealous. Look at those players they have. They have Van de Beek, who's not even getting in the team. That guy starts for us, man, and he's improving our team massively. So Ozil is not the answer, but there needs to be. We're missing a player, and I don't want to be greedy. We're missing more than one player, but I think one player, aka a Cam, changes everything for us completely. So I hear you, man. I hear you.
Okay, boys, let's keep this rolling. Yeah, let's keep this rolling. So Rohan, here's a question for you from David O. Yeah, what would your thoughts be on Arteta if we were to lose to Leeds? Now, this is crazy. This is what we keep saying. We're literally one game away, and I feel sorry for Arteta. It's a bit like he's got a gun to his head. He's one game away from meltdowns. We beat United. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, next game, meltdown." Even if he beats Leeds, next game could be another meltdown. What would your thoughts be with regards to Arteta? I mean, what are your thoughts to all of you in here, right? With regards to all of this talk from a lot of half the divided fan base saying Arteta needs to go. He's not experienced enough. We should never have had him in the first place. There's a lot of these bigger accounts doing this right now. What's your thoughts on that, Rohan?
But my thing is, right, like, no offense to Arteta, but like, he's very inexperienced for the job. And the thing is, right, like, the board have a tendency to throw any manager under the bus, So the thing is, like, Arteta, like, he was never ready for like such a big job. And the thing is, right, like, we interviewed Jose Mourinho and I think Allegri as well. They disagreed with the model and like what's going on behind the scenes. So it's just like we don't have money to even like afford a decent manager, or if we do, like, the board is not going to back them. So it's just like roundabout, like it's just not worth it, So like they need to like scrap everything at the back and just like start everything back again. Like it's just not worth it, like bringing like new manager and expecting a lot.
See, I think you hit a nail on the head there. I think a lot of these problems with this manager situation, all these fans going, "No, we should do that. Arteta's not good enough," and blah blah. But I think you hit a nail on the head there. For me, I think there's a bigger issue in the background, which is it's either they're not paying the managers enough, but I don't think it's that. I don't think it's the salary of the managers, because some of these managers like Simeone, he wasn't on that type of, that much money, for example. At Atletico, Wenger was on a lot more. I think it's more they come and they look at the transfer chest, the money that we have, and whether we're willing to invest the amounts that they want us to invest. I think that's the issue. Victor, you've heard what Rohan says. What do you have to say about that, bro?
Sincerely, I never believed Arteta was the right man for the job. I believe he was too inexperienced for the job. But he was given the job, and at first we saw some positives. And fine, we have to back the manager. We support the club, we support the manager, right? But looking at Arteta, he has some questions to answer. Like, if we all here are to make our first 11, maybe there will be just one or two differences. But with Arteta, it's just like, okay, what's happening? We've seen that Aubameyang on the wing is not working, but he keeps on We've seen Willian has been off form, but he keeps on using Willian. So Arteta himself has some questions to answer, and I personally believe even if he loses against Leeds, I will still give him some time to, you know, try and get over it. Because let's be honest, we are not getting the better coach because we do not have money. That is why we are with Arteta. If we sack Arteta, come on, we don't even have money to pay for Howard. Is that why we're going to get money to get an Allegri or a top class manager? We don't have the money. So we are stuck with the best of the inexperienced.
Do you know
So we
what? That's
just
maybe the way we have to go, Victor. No, that like you know, we were discussing going and getting the younger players and then having sell-on values. Maybe this has had to be the way we had to go because of this current situation we're in, where we go and get a talented coach that has potential, but is going to make mistakes and he's learning on the job. So that means we got to accept. Look, any of us in here, if we do a job that we haven't done before, and we start that job next week, you know, and we all know we're going to make mistakes along the way. And that's the only way we're going to become better, by making those mistakes. So maybe this is the only option we had. And then does that not mean as fans we need to be smarter and maybe look at that logically? Like you said, Victor, if we spend the money on a better coach, then we might not be able to get better players, like you just said, right? So then we've had to go for an Arteta and use his coaching capabilities to help develop those players and do that. So is that not the way we should be doing it then?
Well, like I said, even Arteta has questions to answer. Okay, looking at Arsenal currently, in the past 2 years, we have 150 million pounds worth of players sitting on the bench or in other clubs. Socrates, 18 million, we can't know where to be found. Torreira, 27 million in Atletico Madrid. Guendouzi in Hertha Berlin. And Pepe, 72 million on the bench. Saliba, 27 million, we don't know when it's going to start. These are players within just 2 years of transfer. So he has questions to answer himself.
But he didn't bring Saliba in, did he? So like we've got to accept the fact that he's inherited a lot of shit, right? Let's be honest here. He's inherited 10, 15 years of issues, and we're expecting him to fix it in 10 months. I don't know if we're being realistic. Let's just move it on a little bit, bro. Hold on, Victor. 1 sec, yeah, bro. One sec. There's more questions coming. So let's look at this now, yeah? So Tyrone Powell has got a question here. Would you take the versatile and leader type tough defender in Sergio Ramos? Well, firstly, is he available? I don't know about that. And add Zaha to accommodate Aubameyang and Lamptey at right back. Definitely improvement. No. Whoa. Let me chuck that at African Guna, bro. You see what Tyrone Powell saying? I don't know if he's had a smoke this Friday night and he's coming out with like FIFA and he's giving it the old right. Let's go and get Sergio Ramos. Let's go and get Zaha, and then let's just get Lamptey as well. Stick them in there, and we're done in it. No. So what you have to say on my man? This is Friday fan cam, so we got to answer these questions. Keep them coming. African Goon, I'm giving you this perler, bro.
Yeah, man, Tyrone. I mean, haven't you been watching Arsenal for the last 10 years? We don't have it in us to go and actually get that done. Even how plausible or even if we can afford that, Arsenal's not the team that go and actually get what we need done, and we've seen that, and we've seen that many times, right? We know that it's not possible. The first point is regarding Sergio Ramos. 100%, man. I mean, that guy's a winner. I take him, but I think he's past it, and I don't think we need a defender right now. As we said, Saliba is supposed to be up and coming, and we've seen Gabriel, man. That guy's already multiplied his transfer value. That guy's a beast, man, and he's really been part of that solidity of why we've been defensively much better this season. And I have so much confidence in him, and I really love watching him because he's a serious baller and he deserves to play for Arsenal. So on that front, I wouldn't. I mean, in regards to Zaha, 100%. I've wanted Zaha for a really long time, man, and I even made the comment that I'd offer Pepe as a swap deal for Zaha, really, because I think that Zaha comes into this team, and let's be real, against Aston Villa or whatever. I mean, he's shredding those players, man. He has the talent, the confidence to beat those players. And I keep mentioning that we don't have players that can dribble and make something happen out of nothing. And Zaha's that player, right? So even if you're putting him on the left wing and you put Saka in the 10, that works for us, really. Let's be real. That will work for us. And Zaha will create stuff, and Aubameyang will get chances because, they're going to have to double team Zaha. We don't have people like, for example, when we had Sanchez, 2-3 players had to come around him because you couldn't handle him. That's how good he was. And we don't have players like that. You know, even Aubameyang, they don't really double team him really. Like, they're not that worried because they know that he can't really do much on the wing. So we need someone like that. I'd 100% take Zaha. His price tag is definitely not 100 million. And he's an Arsenal fan. I mean, you know, if we're a real big club, we go and get that done, man. Not a lot of big clubs really are going for him. I think that's seriously something that we can do. And then what was the last part? That Lamptey. Let's be real, man. I say this all the time. We are not an attractive club. Yes, of course, like, we are attractive. But let's talk about the real big boys like Mbappe, Neymar, all these big star players. They're not coming to Arsenal, man. And Lamptey is an upcoming star, right? And I feel like Man United, Chelsea, Leicester, Wolves, all these teams are going to be going for him, man. And I don't see why he would come to Arsenal. I mean, we're not really. I mean, can we guarantee it?
African Guna, are you suggesting the Wolves are more appealing? I'm not having that.
No,
no. Hold on.
No, I'm not necessarily.
Lamptey for me is gettable. Lamptey for me is a gettable
100%.
target. No?
100%.
But we don't need
agree.
him.
But why would he, like, if other teams can offer him the same amount of money, right? And they're also competing for top 4. I know we're a big club and stuff, but you know what I mean? That gap is closed. Like, it's not that landslide where he doesn't have to, like, really think about it. It's like, oh, Arsenal's coming, you know, I need to go play for Arsenal. I feel like a lot of these other clubs are being as competitive. And, you know, what's the difference between him going to a Wolves or Leicester or a team that's competing with us? I'm not saying that they're better than us. I'm not saying that, you know, just I'm being real. Like, I really feel that gap is closed and that, like, it's going to be hard to attract even the above average players unless we get really lucky and we're offering them a lot of money. I mean, that's just how I feel.
Oh, look, I agree with you on the Zaha thing. Guys in the chat as well, I'll say this openly. There was a lot of people saying to me, nah, Zaha's not that good and this, that. Man, Zaha, for me, he ripped us a new arsehole every time we played him, right? Every time we played him, he could play him. You could play him as a striker if you want. He's got that physicality. He could do that. You could play him out wide. He takes 2 men across to him. He drags out defenders 100%. Victor, I could see you're dying to say something, bro, yeah? I know you're dying to say something because he said something. He said something there. So go on, bro. Say what you need to say.
It's just about Lamptey. To me, he's a good talent, but we don't need him.
Yes, agree.
We don't need Lamptey to play right back. We don't need him. We have.
Who would you play right back? Who would you play back?
Niles.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Against Salah, against Rashford, against the top left wingers, and he's pocketed them.
Wait. I have to challenge you guys. Sorry, I agree. But, you know, he doesn't play as well on the right as much as on the left. I agree. On the left, he looks amazing. But when he was playing on the right, like, he didn't have that specialness about him. Like, so I don't know.
I liked him on the right, man. I liked him on the right.
He was so much better on the left. He was a monster on the left.
If you have watched the best games of Pepe, it has been with Maitland-Niles behind him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go back too much to do the defensive work because Maitland is stable, he's solid defensively.
Yeah, because Bellerin bombs on, innit? And he leaves us exposed at the back.
And he can't even defend well.
And then Pepe's always wary about going forward too because he's thinking, oh my God, if I go forward, my man's not going to be... Whereas Maitland-Niles as well is quick and he's strong, right?
And he's just gotten an England call-up. He's going to want to do everything not to lose that call-up again.
No, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I mean, would you sell Bellerin then? If given the chance, guys, I'll throw this out to everyone.
100%.
But so summertime comes, yeah? Summertime comes, you sell Bellerin. You saying you would put Maitland-Niles as the replacement and then get a backup for him? Or we've got Cedric, obviously, but would you have a Maitland-Niles as your main right back, or would you sell Bellerin and reinvest in another right back? I personally don't think, I like Maitland-Niles. I think he's got a lot of potential to become excellent in that position. What's your thoughts? I'll throw that out to Rohan first.
You know what my thing is, right? Like this summer when we were linked for Bellerin to PSG, like he should have left. I believe I think Arteta convinced him to stay because he's probably he's like one of his go-to guys. But thing is, I really wanted us to go for Ashraf Hakimi. He's a baller. Inter Milan got him 40 million. He's top player. It's same with when Tottenham got Reguilon. They're two top quality fullbacks. But my thing is, right, with Arteta, he's very stubborn. It's I think he's got some of his favorites and go-to guys. Willian, Xhaka, Luis.
Bellerin Spanish as well. Do you think that helps?
Bellerin, 100%. So it has affected growth of players like Saliba, Villa, Saka, not Saka, sorry, Nelson. So it's like even if we go for like a new manager, we need to like like scout him very well. Like okay, if we don't have like like money to go for like let's say like Nagelsmann, we should have went for Hassan Hutel. Like he's like like Hassan Hutel is underrated, but if the board come out and just say that okay, we cannot afford Allegri, Enrique, or like any of the top managers, we should just like scout for better managers and like like fully back them. Like that's what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. Victor, what do you think, bro? What would you do? I think I already know after you've just told us. You'd put Maitland-Niles in there and sell Bellerin, I'm guessing. You still there, bro? I think we lost him. Yeah, I think we lost him. Okay. African Gooner.
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to sell Bellerin for a while now. At one point, I think Barcelona offered 60 million, and I was like mouth watering, like, yo, I don't know how we didn't take that. I mean, he's worth what, 20, 30 million now. And I hear you, Rohan, but like, come on, like, we know we're not spending 40 million on a top right back or a top left back. I mean, we got really lucky with Tierney, man. I love that guy, Mr. Consistency. He's incredible. I mean, he's a professional, to the T. And I love that about him. And he gives 100% every game. And he's quality. That's the other thing, right? I think with Bellerin, I mean, it's going to be hard to ship him out. And who do we have? Maitland-Niles and Cedric. The first part is, does Maitland-Niles really want to play right back and left back? I mean, I think it looks more now that he's comfortable and he's willing to put in, 100% to play. I think previously, like, he was playing with a little bit of a swagger and arrogance. I didn't think that, like, he was playing seriously enough. I mean, you're quite young. You're getting an opportunity to play for Arsenal. Like, show up. And he has been doing that recently. So, if he gets injured or whatever, then we have Cedric, right? And we've given this guy a 4-year contract. And listen, this guy's barely even playing, right? So, I just don't know what we do. And I don't think it's a priority, right? I think our midfield is much more of a priority. So, no, I hear you, man.
Is it me? Cedric gets smaller every time I see him. Like, is he shrinking?
I don't see him enough to really be able to tell.
Let me say about like Cedric. So like my thing is right, we need to like there's this one guy Kia Drapchin. I think he's David Luiz's agent. That guy, he's an absolute fraud. So he had issues in I think Flamengo when he was in like Brazil. Like they literally banned him from entering the country. So it's like if he goes there back, like he'll get arrested. And he tried to do like same thing with Inter Milan, where it went so bad that the new owner came in and they just kicked him out because he threatened the manager that if he don't play Kia Drapchin's agent, he'll get the manager sacked. So the owner came in and he just like kicked him out. So Kia Drapchin, he brought Luis, Cedric. He had some role to play in bringing Murray. Willian, yeah. So this guy, like we need to like get rid of him as soon as possible. He's not good for the club at all. Because I think Willian, he has something in his contract that even the Chelsea fans, I think they're saying that like every manager, they just play him even if he's not performing. Like there's something back kind of happening,
Okay. Well, welcome back, Victor, man. We lost you for a minute, bro. Let me look at what else people are saying in here. So, someone is saying
the one that you put up.
Oh yeah.
The Pepe one.
Well,
yeah, no,
the
come
Pepe
on,
one, the double and triple.
Let me hear it from you guys. Do you guys think that he gets double team? Like, okay, cool. Like he may get double team like once in a while, but I don't think it's like serious enough where they're really double teaming him. Like, let's compare him to Sanchez, right? When Sanchez has the ball, you're getting double team, triple team because that guy he's gonna dribble you. Whereas Pepe, like, he's dribbling himself, man. He really is dribbling himself out of play a lot of the times, and it hurts for me to say that. I love the guy. I want him to do well, but I mean, I'm watching him, and he just doesn't show anything. He's like Ronaldo when Ronaldo used to be younger, except obviously Ronaldo had much more talent, right? You do a lot of, like, step overs and stuff, but you're really not doing anything with the ball. Like, you're just really, being a show pony as someone
Let me say something about that. Let me say something about that, African Gooner, right? Because I used to play on the wing, We are... me too. Victor, 2 seconds, bro. I know you want to say something. I used to play on the wing. Wingers are reliant on service.
True.
Right? As a player, you need service. Your strikers are reliant on service, right? Now, I don't believe we're utilizing Pepe correctly. And let me tell you why. If you look at him when he was in France, right? Look at a lot of his goals and he was being slipped through a lot. If you look at when he plays for Arsenal, he makes a lot of runs, early runs, in behind. Never gets picked out. Never. I've seen it happen so many times. He makes this run in behind. You see it clear. There's a ball that could be played through. He doesn't get it. When does he get the ball? He gets the ball when he's got one defender, two defenders to beat. Then he's doing his step overs and all of that, and then he comes back in or he tries to do something because he's desperate to try and prove that he's worth that price tag. I
Yeah.
personally think with an introduction of someone like Hwase Moore and someone more creative who's got that split second extra, like I don't really rate him as highly as they say, but Bruno Fernandes at United, he gets the ball, he's on the half turn, it's a very quick pass, right? And so I personally think with a better creative midfielders, you'll get more out of Pepe. That's my opinion. Victor.
Oh, cool. I'll go to you
Yes,
after, Victor.
Yeah, come back.
yes,
You can
I
come back.
agree with you. I
Yeah,
agree with you. Like with a better creative player, we're going to get the best out of people. That is fact, because we don't play to his best. If you look at Arsenal, our gameplay is towards the left. Most of our players move towards the left, towards Aubameyang. So it's always leaving Pepe isolated. It's just Pepe and Bellerin. No third man creating space for
Yep.
him. If you look at the games Pepe has played when this season has been in the Europa League. Why? Because there's always Joe Willock acting as a third man for him. As much as we don't rate Joe Willock, we need a player, a midfield player that can act as a third man in the box. We don't have that. Elneny can't do that. Partey won't do that because he can't be all over the pitch. We need that third player. That's why under Sanchez, there was Ozil, there was Ramsey. They were always there to make those interchanges with them. But look at with Pepe, no one, just him and Bellerin. And Bellerin
Yeah.
will be far ahead of him. So it's Pepe alone. And we're expecting him to become Messi and dribble 3 players and score. He won't do that because that is not his gameplay. We are not playing to his best, in my point of view.
Yeah.
there you go.
I
What you got to say about
I
that,
hear-
bro?
Yeah, I hear both of you, and you make very fair points. I totally don't disagree. I really do also believe if we get a creative midfielder that it opens up doors for him. But my point is that, you cost 72 million. At some point, cool, you're not getting service, right? But you make something happen. Like, at least you need to have the talent to make something happen out of nothing, right? And I haven't seen that from him. So yes, he's not getting the service he needs. But at some point, he needs to take that ball and he needs to make something. Like, you know what I mean? He's 72 million pounds, man. That's a lot of money. You're expecting a world-class player.
Yeah, but
I wanna
that,
say
it's
something.
72 million. It doesn't mean you could beat 4 or 5 players.
I wanna
No,
say
I'm not saying 4 or 5, but at
Let me
least
say
at
something.
least
No.
a shot on target or something, right?
Can I
And
say
he doesn't
something,
do that.
African Gunnar?
Yeah, go for it,
Boy,
Victor.
everyone's on this now. Go. And then
Okay.
Rohan, you're next, bro.
Let me just ask a question. What was the last open play goal we had in the league?
I think it was Aubameyang.
Against Sheffield.
Pepe.
No,
It was
against
Pepe.
Sheffield. And that was Pepe.
But
And that was
how,
Pepe's goal.
Yeah. True.
Listen,
But it
since
doesn't
then,
happen
when
enough.
have
That it
Pepe
doesn't happen
been
enough.
consistently played?
Yeah,
Well, that's what
Victor,
we
so
consistently
I hear you,
played.
man. But Willian and him are the same player. You guys say that Arteta favors Willian. I don't believe that, really. I don't think there's much of a difference between the two players. I think Willian gives you much more experience, and you know what's going to come from him. That's honestly how I feel. There's not much difference. So I'm not unhappy when Pepe doesn't play. Yes, Willian hasn't had a couple of good games, so I want Pepe to play. But if he doesn't prove himself in the next 5 games, then, come on. We wasted money.
Boy.
Okay, can I say something?
Okay. Okay,
Go,
we've got to go to Rohan
Has Pepe
after, yeah,
proven
because it's not
anything
fair.
to you? In
Sorry?
Yeah.
Europa League?
So
Has Pepe proven anything to you in the Europa League?
Yes, but he's playing against farmers, man. He should be scoring hat tricks in those games. Come on, let's be real. He's playing
William is
lower.
also playing in those games. In the same
Not-
game against Dundalk, William played also.
Yeah, I agree.
William played also.
I
What did
agree.
William do in the game?
Not that much better.
William did nothing. But well, William starts the next game over
Fair.
Pepe.
Yeah, I see what Victor's
The
saying
same
there.
game Pepe scored an assist.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
what he's saying. He's saying basically some players, even when they play shit, they still get the next game. Pepe, for example,
Yes.
he scores some games and he gets dropped the next game. Rohan, you're hearing what's going on, bro. What you got to say?
yeah, see, my thing is right. Pepe needs a number 10 or a good right back that can complement him. I get that, but the thing is right. Even if Pepe at his best, right, he's not someone like Zaha or even Sanchez, right? That's just not his mentality, He'll just run on people and try to scruff the game by his neck, he's a really good player and I want him to do well. But the thing is right, and the thing is everything goes on the left, so every team has sussed us out. So it's just not working. And the thing is we need to buy more players.
Yeah, well, I think we've lost him again. We're having some in and outs here. Right, boys. We've been going on for like nearly 2 hours. I don't know what's going on here. I just thought it was a Friday. I just didn't care. And you know what I mean? There's nothing really. We're on lockdown. We're gonna go soon. But let's just have a quick look at what's going on in these chat rooms here. People have got all sorts of comments going on here. Some are saying, I'm not going to say who, the African Guna, but one was saying he was chatting a bit of breeze with regards to Zaha, and he was a show pony. A lot of people say that about Zaha. I don't agree. I think he's menace. Aslan Khan is saying Hakimi is the one that got away. You know, some people saying that Lamptey would come. Tyrone Powell saying Lamptey would come. I lie, Lavanja. Well, I think he would. Why not sentiment says, I know Aslan, he doesn't overlap and blah blah about Bellerin. There's a few going on. Some are saying Shabazla is the guy. I'm starting to believe that. I think physically he's a bit more.
Yeah,
he's got a bit more about him in the Premier League. Yeah. So I mean, right, we'll go with this last point before we wrap it up. Who is your preferred creative guy? Do we need just the one, or do you think we need the two, like a Hwasimor and a Shabazla? Some people think that. Victor, I'll throw this at you first, bro.
Personally, I think we need two players. Shabazla will not solve it. So, and in my honest opinion, it can be what against everybody is saying, but in my opinion, we need Eriksen.
Ooh,
because
he's coming with a Spurs player.
As much as we, no, the thing is, what about Campbell? What about Campbell?
Listen,
he played for Spurs. He won with us.
Yeah, listen, we were having this discussion earlier before you come on. We were saying, you know, they were saying, would you swap Xhaka for Eriksen right now? Because that's the. And I personally, I want to say this sounding a bit crazy, but then this is the issue, right? I would do it, but then look what happens when Partey's injured. Who have we got?
El Neni.
Yeah, I would not swap with Xhaka, but we need a player like Eriksen. Szoboszlai, Hawa, they are not tested in the league. We need to understand that. They don't know EPL. They are not tested in the league. Eriksen is tested and proven in the league.
Good point. Very good point.
No player has more assists than Eriksen. He's tested and proven. And him joining Arsenal, he's going to want to win a trophy, at least to show our noisy neighbors that Arsenal is better than Spurs. He's going to want to win a trophy. There's extra motivation.
So would you swap him in January? Would you do it in January?
With Xhaka? Xhaka is not playing now anyways.
Well, he's going to play. He's going to need to play this week because we don't have anyone to play. So, I mean, my only concern is... Go on.
I don't see... What are the qualities of Xhaka?
Nothing. You missed my rant.
5 minutes to turn.
He's more suited.
It takes 5 minutes to turn.
Yeah.
He's not an EPL player, Xhaka, to me. Maybe for Bundesliga or for Serie A. But for
he looks brilliant. He looks brilliant.
He looks brilliant. The game.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, when we
Xhaka is too slow to dictate the game in EPL.
Was it in the European Championships where he looked like a world beater because it's a slower type of football, right? And he's suited to German league. He's suited to the Italian leagues, the Spanish leagues, where he can take his time on the ball and spray it around. But he gets found out physically in the Premier League. I've seen Milk turn quicker than Xhaka, right? So, you know, let's be honest about it. Personally, I would have loved Grealish before this season where he's going to be worth way too much now. Someone like a Grealish. African Guna, that role, again, same question to you. Is it just the one? Is it or the two?
So, yeah, I just wanted to quickly touch upon the previous point to Victor and you, Lev. Yeah, don't forget that Willian does the defensive work as well, which Pepe doesn't. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just putting it out there that
that's cool, bro. We all got opinions, man. That's
I said something already. We don't need Willian's hard work if we play a right back that is good defensively. That's why you play Maitland-Nice, not Bellerin.
True, but you know we get our fullbacks to go up front as well, which leaves holes. So we don't actually have really defensive-minded wingers apart from Tierney, who's a a stud. He can do both, right? But on the right side, they're going for our necks there. They know that's where David Luiz or Mustafi or any of those guys are. So yeah,
I would rather have Maitland-Nice against Grealish than Bellerin bouncing off Grealish
all day long. All day long. Agreed.
Agreed as well. That's a really interesting point.
Come back to the point, guys. Come back to the point now. African Guna, you're one or two and who?
back to the point, I totally agree. You know, when we signed Partey, I knew that it wasn't going to be enough. We needed both. But let's be real. One, we are not going to be able to sign both of them. We don't have the money. And then two, really, are those two players are going to come to Arsenal? I mean, I think Aouar is overhyped, really. And I think he can be good. But I said Victor previously before he joined, I don't think he has the physicality and stuff. I think he's going to get bodied and stuff. You know, he's going to dribble a couple players. They're going to knock him on the ground. And it's going to be that type of vibe where they really bully him. At least that's how I feel. In regards to Shabazz, however you say his name, I still haven't gotten it.
Shabazz.
I think he's a really good player, but I think he's so affordable that I'm scared, man. Like, I just don't see us getting him. I feel like all the other clubs are gonna go for him and give him more money and stuff, and we're gonna lose out as usual, right? With these big players, and he's really affordable. So unless Arsenal made like a pre-agreement or we sweeten the deal or something, right? I mean, we're a big club. We should be moving on that now. Then I don't even think we're gonna get either, to be real. As Lev said, we're gonna make a loan signing like a Dennis Suarez who doesn't play for the entire loan period or something like that. I mean, I don't want to be negative, but I'm being real. I mean, from history repeats itself, right? We see from history that's what always happens with Arsenal. So let's see if something changes in January. If not,
Eriksen's probably the likely move. Yeah. I think if anything for Arsenal right now, Eriksen's the move that was most likely.
Do we really get rid of Xhaka? I mean, as much as I would like to, because I don't think anyone's buying him for any other reason. I mean, no one's really going to pay 30 million for that guy, right? So, I mean, if we're willing to get rid of him and swap him, I said I'll do it without blinking, without thinking twice. I'd do it right now.
Okay, cool. All right, and Rohan, bro, what would you do? 1, 2, and who?
I think we need 3. Like, to be fair,
3,
but we won't.
My man just wants to change the whole midfield.
No,
just change the midfield. Just change it.
Yeah.
Every time he's gonna say something,
I know.
When he say something, he gets me sucked in like he's gonna tell me something, and then he free. Are you back, Rohan? Are you back? No.
Yeah.
No, he's not back.
Oh,
is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not back.
So my thing is, right, like in January we need like Szoboszlai and Soumare from Lille. Like I watched like France under-21. Boubakary Soumare, like he's very physical. He's like 6'2", like proper CDM, you know. And like if we get like Partey, Soumare, and Szoboszlai, there's a defensive stability. And like I saw Szoboszlai against he literally ran like he just like scored like world beater goal. So I think Szoboszlai, he has a mentality. I personally want a war, but let's see if we can get him in summer maybe. Like I wanted Arsenal to go for Nabil Fekir. Nabil Fekir, sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
We are linked to him, and then no one bought him. And I think he went to Betis for like I think 20 million. I mean, like I was questioning like why didn't we go for him? It's 20 million. You know, he's very similar profile to Aouar, but Aouar is just more like he's an 8, where Nabil Fekir is a 10. So like, I just want Arteta and Arsenal to like focus on more like other than marquee signing, like scouting like underrated players, you know, and then bring them in. Oh yeah, definitely. Ben Rama, yeah.
Yeah, why didn't we go for? Do you know what? I think we should have gone for Ziyech personally.
Oh,
I think we should have gone for Ziyech, and from what he's an Arsenal fan as well.
He wanted to come. He said he idolized all these and things like that. You know?
It doesn't make sense.
We're cheap.
We're cheap.
We don't want to spend 72 million on it. Like he wasn't going to happen.
We're cheap. Listen, we've been going for 2 hours, boys. This is a marathon thing. We got to go, yeah. So listen, it's been a pleasure. This is Friday Fan Cam, right? I know it's only the first 1 or 2 guys in the chat. Spread the word. I want more fans. I want global fans. I want the likes of Victor and Rohan. Look at these guys. Just because they're from Moscow or wherever they're coming from, they know just as much as us. African Guna, you know. I don't buy this bullshit about you're not a fan if you're from abroad and all of that. Yeah, you pick your team, and look, you guys have got serious football knowledge. You know your players. You know, as Victor come out with some great points today, guys. Friday Fan Cam, come here next week. We'll put the link in there. Keep coming in. I've enjoyed this today, guys, and we've had a good debate. You know, so listen, I'm gonna go because I want to chill out for the rest of this evening. and pretend this conversation didn't happen where I've told everyone we're gonna win 5 games in a row, because I know what's gonna happen to me in the next few weeks.
Can I
But
say one
boys,
more thing?
yeah, go on.
I just want to see that tweet in December from the AFC Bell saying that he's opening his books or his accounts on any of these players. That's really all I'm looking forward to. I mean, if that happens, I'll have a great Christmas.
Man, me too, man. That's what I want under my tree. So look, guys, if you're not subscribed already, spread the word. Subscribe yourselves, guys, in Facebook, the groups, Gunner Social, Arsenal Lounge. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Yeah, hit those like buttons. Come next week. These type of shows are going to keep coming. We've got a lot of big plans coming up. We've got Wednesday with Lee Judges and Turkish Real Talk. I don't know if you guys watched that. Come watch that. It's a great show. Victor, I want you to come on again, bro. Yeah. So make sure you stay in touch with her. Rohan, same with you, bro. Yeah. I like your opinions. I like what you have to say. But boy, this is a Friday, and I'm gonna go and have a chilled night. So guys, this is Arsenal Lounge. I'm Lavanja. You can catch me on @Lavanja as well on Twitter if you want to talk to me. Come on, African Guna, Rohan, Victor, it's been a real pleasure, boys, and this is gonna be us signing off. Yeah, so I wish you all a lovely evening. Stay safe and peace out.
Thank you.